Hey guys, it's your boy King Donald and I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be doing what if Deku had a teleportation quirk. And I really wanted to do this one because I like teleportation as a quirk, and usually it has a side power, but I'm going to try my best to make it a main power and make Izuku, OP. So for my Mob Psycho fans, you guys already know. You guys saw him in the thumbnail. And I'm not going to say nothing. If you know, you know. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start off the story with Izuku walking home with his mom. And Izuku's quite excited because he got his new All Might toy. And he's playing with it on the streets and everything. So he starts running ahead with his toy, acting like All Might's flying. And Izuku takes a sharp turn to the left because the person was right in front of him. And Izuku wasn't paying attention where he's going, and he just keep going straight until he hears his mom scream, "Izuku!" And Izuku realizes where he is. Izuku took a left turn onto the street, and he sees a car coming barreling at him, and Izuku is terrified and is stuck in place, and he's like, "No!" And that's all he does, and Inko's like, "Izuku!" And Izuku disappears. The guy that was driving was crap, and he tried his best to stop, but in his head he thought he ran over Izuku. But when the guy got out the car to look, he saw no one was there. And Inko rushed over to the scene, and she sees, "Where's Izuku? Izuku! What? Wait, what?" And they're like, "Wait, maybe his quirk manifested. But like, how?" And they look, and then they just hear a voice, "Mom?" And they're like, "Wait, what?" They look behind him, and it's Izuku. And Inko runs straight to Izuku. I was like, "Izuku, what the heck happened? Oh my gosh, I don't care. I'm just glad that you're okay." He's like, "Yeah." And then a hero comes, who's like, "Kid, are you okay? What happened?" It's like, "Well, I was playing with my All Might toy and I wasn't paying attention, and I ran onto the road and a car just came barreling at me, and I was stuck frozen. And in the moment I was thinking that I was gonna die, but then I changed my mind and I said, I don't want to die. I have to become a hero like All Might, no matter the cost." And suddenly I just teleported. I just was on the sidewalk again. And I just saw everything. I just saw the guy push his brakes and going out to see if I was okay, but I wasn't there. It was just all happened instantly. And the guy's like, well, it sounds like you unlocked your quirk, kid. And you should check that out with the quirk doctor to get an official statement for what your quirk is." And Izuku's like, "Right." And the pro is like, "Oh, we should really take your son in. He might have a powerful quirk. You never know." Anyways, and Inko's like, "Well, Izuku, I almost lost you there." And yeah, so sorry, I had to clear my throat. Pause before you guys say nothing. So anyways, Izuku heads over to the quirk doctor and they do some tests and experiments, and they find out that Izuku has a quite powerful quirk. The doctor sits down and tells Inko, "Well, Inko Midoriya, it seems that your son has quite the ability." And she's like, "What do you mean?" "Well, your son can teleport anywhere." And she's like, "Pardon?" He's like, "Yes, your son can literally look where he's going and teleport there." And it's like, "But how does this make sense?" Like, his father's quirk is can breathe fire out of his mouth, and mine is telekinesis. And he's like, precisely. It's just your son seems to inherit more of your father's quirk than anything. It's like, wait, what? Well, you see, he seems to burn the air in the atmosphere, and he seems to move at such a instant rate that it seems to him that he's teleporting. But it actually is teleporting. He moves there instantly. For him, it seems like nothing happened. And Inko's like, okay, so alright then. And Izuku's like, whoa, that's really cool. So do you think I could be a hero like All Might? He's like, most definitely. Your quirk is gonna be something to fear. Something the villains must fear in the future. And Izuku's like, oh right, I gotta tell everyone. And then Inko's like, wow, Izuku, I guess you are gonna be a hero, huh? And she's like, yeah, I can't wait. I have to go training. I have to go tell everyone. So yeah, the next day Izuku is excited and everything, and he heads over to school. Everyone's playing in it, and Izuku's like, everyone, I have to tell you something. And they're like, huh? And Baku's like, what is it, Izuku? Izuku's like, I have some great news. They're like, what is it? I unlocked my quirk. They're like, whoa, wait, really? Wait, what is your quirk? They're like, my quirk, it's called teleportation. Like, so wait, you can teleport? He's like, yeah. They're like, alright, Izuku, are you lying? Like, no, I'm not even lying. Alright, check this out. Alright, look at me as hard as you want. Well, pause. Pause. Just stare at me. And they're like, alright. So they're looking at Izuku closely, and Izuku just teleports to the other side of the classroom. Everyone's like, whoa! Izuku's not lying! Wait, Izuku's the first person in our class to have a quirk! Oh my god! And they start praising Izuku, including Bakugo, because it is pretty cool to him and everything. And that his friend is the first person in class to unlock a quirk is pretty cool to him. So yeah, Izuku would go on to become the popular kid in class, and the kid. And while gradually people are unlocking their quirks, they would try to challenge Izuku to see. They would try to compare their quirks to Izuku to see if they could get the top spot. But unfortunately, no one has able to do it. So Izuku would hang out with Bakugo and all that ish until Bakugo unlocks his quirk. And everyone's saying, whoa, Bakugo, your quirk's so cool, including Midoriya, because it is a pretty cool quirk. A more flashy quirk, you could say. So yeah, Bakugo's like, alright then, Midoriya, I guess I challenge you to a fight. And Midoriya's like, wait, what, Bakugo? Why would you do that? He's like, well, everyone else did it, so why can't I? And Izuku's like, alright then, Bakugo, just don't get mad when you lose. Bakugo's like, I was gonna say the same thing to you, Izuku. So they head outside because they sneak out the classroom while the teacher is, let's just say, hangover. That'd be a trash school if your teacher's drunk. A hangover, like, what the heck? Well, anyways, so they go outside and everyone's like, fight, fight, fight. And Izuku's like, alright then, Bakugo, get ready. And Izuku throws a punch from far away, and Bakugo's like, wait, what? And Izuku teleports in front of him and punches him in the face. And Bakugo's like, whoa, what? And Izuku's just teleporting all over around him, just there. And once Izuku sees the opening, he punches it, and Bakugo's taking the beating. And Izuku's like, I told you, you can't defeat me. And Izuku teleports, and then Bakugo catches it. And Izuku's like, wait, what? And Bakugo's like, Izuku, your quirk might be, well, decent compared to mine. It's that your movements are very predictable. And I just learned your pattern down, and it was easy from then. And Izuku's like, what? And Bakugo's like, this is where it ends. And he shoots a massive explosion into Izuku's stomach. Well, massive for at that age. So Izuku was defeated, and Bakugo became the top dog in class, the most popular kid in class. And Izuku became the second best in class. After that, Bakugo's ego just went out of the room, and he wasn't the same Bakugo as before, and Izuku felt like he's losing his friend until Bakugo literally does discard Izuku. Izuku was falling behind on their march, and he fell down, and Bakugo was like, we don't need you, Izuku. You're useless anyways. And Izuku's like, why are you being so mean, Bakugo? Why have you changed? This is not you. And Bakugo's like, what are you talking about, Izuku? This has always been me. I've always been better than you. As long as that, because you got that quirk, you temporarily better than me. But it was even short reigned, and I took my spot at the top. I don't need you anymore, Izuku. You're just useless. You're replaceable. And Izuku's like, wait, what? And Bakugo's like, make sure not to get lost on the way back. We don't want you to get lost and cry again. And they walk away, and Izuku's like, what? This is not Bakugo. And Izuku just does head home, and he is confused what just happened. Until Izuku realizes that his ego is just gone out the roof, and someone needs to put him down. But Izuku realizes that his movement is a bit predictable. Even though his teleportation is amazing, it's just that to do that furious stuff, it does take stamina, and he does need to pull up on more of his combat and his strength. So that's what Izuku decides to do. He decides to train so then he can beat Bakugo and get his friend back. So Izuku tells his mom that he wants to start training, and she kind of takes it as a joke until she looks in Izuku's eyes and she sees determination, and she's like, alright then, Izuku, do you want to maybe, I guess, learn martial arts? And Izuku's like, well, that would be perfect. So yeah, Izuku would go in the martial arts class, and he would go in and you will just see it's chaos all around. Kids just running loose, using their quirks, just nothing professional. And the sensei's like, welcome to Miyagi-Do. Comment down below if you know that reference, but welcome to Miyagi-Do. How may I help you? I wanted to enroll my son Izuku into your classes. And it's like, what's his age? And he's like, he is 4 years old. He was looking to get more combat experience. That's what you said, Izuku? So he nods and he's like, well, you came to the right place. In Miyagi-Do, we teach kids all types of techniques and shows them how to get better in combat and eventually maybe become a hero. And Izuku's like, well, that's perfect. I'll become stronger. I have to save a friend. I'm making him sound like freaking Naruto or something. Whatever. So he's like, and the guy's like, oh, really, kid? Well, you came to the, and he takes a look in Izuku's face, and he sees determination again, and he kind of clicks, and he's like, this kid might be special. All right then. And his expression suddenly changes, and from freaking whatever, I hate my life, like just a babysitter of all of these kids to an actual master and determined to teach this kid as much as he knows. So he takes Izuku in and he tells Izuku that he teaches Izuku the rules and everything, and he tells Izuku something that, well, he wouldn't tell the other kids. He says, well, this is a martial arts class, but ever since we got added the 4-year-old class, it's just been a wreck. All the older kids left because of the smaller kids, and now it's basically become a babysitting place. But you, Izuku, you look different from all these other kids. You look determined, and I don't know why. That excites me. And I'm going to show you everything I know. I'm going to make you a fighting machine. And Izuku's like, that's what I want. And he's like, what's your quirk, kid? It's like, oh, my quirk is this. And he shows him around, teleporting around him. And Izuku kind of takes a breath. Trying to regain his stamina. And the guy's like, whoa, amazing quirk, kid. I can see why you want martial arts. Even though your quirk's amazing in movements, you lack physical strength and fight experience. I'm gonna change that completely. What's your goals, kid? Besides from learning martial arts, he's like, well, I do wanna. Well, ever since my friend got his quirk, he's gotten all egotistical, and it's not the same guy I knew before. And I want to be able to stop him and show him that this isn't him anymore. And the guy's like, huh, wow, such a honorable goal. Now I have to teach you. And Izuku's like, alright. So Izuku throughout the years is basically getting private lessons because all the other kids are just come there to fool around. So he mostly just focuses on Izuku, and Izuku day by day is becoming more lethal, and Izuku was able to actually become a black belt. And after he became a black belt, his master's like, alright then Izuku, and now we take things to the next level. And it's like, how is there a next level? I completed all your martial arts. And it's like, true, but you still haven't evolved your quirk. You still haven't involved your quirk with your martial arts. And Izuku's like, I've been waiting for this for 5 years. Let's just say that. I don't know how long it takes to freaking master stuff, but it probably takes even more, probably 30 years. But let's just say Izuku is special. What? He is special. Whatever. And it's like, well, 5 years, it was supposed to be freaking longer. Izuku, you're just unnatural. Most kids, an average person probably takes, I'm just making it, 15 years to master my things, but you done it in more than half. And I'm okay. Alright, Izuku, let's get started with your extra training. So yeah, Izuku learns how to, take in both, and Izuku built up on his physical strength and also his stamina. So Izuku is becoming more and more of a lethal weapon. Well, he's not a weapon. Yeah, Izuku would become stronger and bigger. And at school, he would basically be by himself because, his only friend was Bakugo, and ever since then, he didn't really care about socializing because he was determined to find his friend again. Like, bruh. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't say he wouldn't have any friends. Well, he had friends, but he wouldn't spend as much as time with them because he's always training, and they understand, so they're okay with it. I'm not gonna say Izuku has no friends, but that quirk of his, man, shoot. Whatever. So yeah, Izuku builds more and more on himself, becoming more stronger and more of a beast and just crazy. So yeah, we're gonna skip forward to the beginning of the anime, and at this point, his master's like, alright then kid, this is where I've actually generally taught you everything. I don't know what to say. You have become an amazing student and probably my best. Just don't forget me when you become a pro hero, alright Izuku? Farewell. And Izuku's like, of course, sensei. I'll never forget you. Just don't be surprised when I show up in 10 years when I'm the #1 hero. It's like, alright then Izuku. Don't forget that training of yours. You never forget to go on your jogs and always hit the gym, alright? And Izuku's like, of course, sir. You drilled that inside of me for 10 years now. I think I get it. He's like, alright. See you, Izuku. Until next time. Until next time, sir. So yeah, Izuku's at the beginning of the anime now, and Izuku's become a bit swole. Well, way swollen than he was. I wouldn't say like he's just swole. Well, I want to give you a picture in your head of how swollen he was. I'm just gonna think of an appropriate size for him to be swole. Alright, let's just say Izuku's definitely grown taller, and he has a little bigger frame than before. So just think of that. And yeah. Well, okay, let me just say he's the same height as Todoroki, and he has maybe the muscles of let's just say Mario, like that. He's kind of built like Mario, which is yeah. So yeah. So now it's the beginning of the anime, and basically everything goes the same. Where the teacher asks, "What do you guys want to do in the future?" But he just throws the paper in the air, claiming that we all knows that all of them want to be heroes. So yeah, he starts calling out names that people who want to go to UA, and he brings up Izuku and Bakugo. This time no one laughs. It just kind of wish them both good luck until Bakugo goes on his rampage and things like that, and everyone just starts saying good luck to Bakugo and just saying good luck to Midoriya, because Midoriya, despite he has been training all these years, I mean, he is well, popular, you could say, because he is tall now and he looking buff and he has a great quirk. So Izuku's life is kind of up there, you know, it's a good life. So yeah, after class, Izuku's chilling there and packing his bag while Bakugo and his gang comes over to him, and they start talking to him, trying to tease him and ish, until Izuku stands up and Bakugo's lackeys, you could say, kind of step back and like, whoa, I don't remember Izuku getting this big. And the guy's like, he always was. He's just, I don't know. He's present to something else now. And Bakugo's like, shut up, you nerds. Why are you afraid of Izuku? He's not gonna do anything. And Izuku's like, Kachan, you have no idea what I can do. And he's like, huh? What you say, nerd? He's like, just wait. One day I'll save you. And Izuku just turns around and he looks like he's about to walk into a wall, but he just teleports outside and he's like, oh, damn that kid. And Izuku's like, and Izuku, what's about to go in his bag, and he's looking for his sheet of paper where he always looks for his routine. And he's like, wait, what the, where is it? And he's looking around and he's like, oh crap. I probably dropped it on my morning jog. I think, where would I drop it? Oh yeah, the long path. So Izuku, he starts running to where he was, and he decides not to teleport because it is kind of illegal to use your quirk in public without permission. So yeah, he heads over to a place and he realizes like, whoa, this place, it really is dark. I didn't even think about it when on my morning run because I was just focused on getting it done. Well, anyways, while Izuku's walking away, he starts hearing some rumbling in the sewage, and he turns back, and Izuku's kind of staring at it, and when he dismisses the sound, there's just a sludge pops out. He's like, kid, give me your body, kid. I didn't know that freak was in town. And Izuku's like, whoa, we got a villain. And Izuku's like, alright, relax, Izuku. Remember what Sensei taught you. Remember to stay focused and believe in yourself. Alright? That is the way. And Izuku focuses up and he looks at the sludge man, and the sludge is like, oh, wow, the kid wants to fight. Alright then, kid, let's fight. And the sludge man's running at Izuku, and Izuku is just there and he stands still. And he's standing still and he's like, alright then, I hope this technique me and Sensei developed does work. And the sludge man's about to jump on Izuku, and Izuku does a one stiff punch to the sludge vent, and it punches through the sludge vent, and the sludge vent's like, what was that supposed to do, kid? And Izuku's like, well, this. And he teleports the sludge vent into the air without Izuku even teleporting. And Izuku's like, oh crap, they even work. And the sludge vent's like, what? Why am I in the air? And Izuku walks out of the tunnel and he sees the sludge vent coming down. And it just kind of crosses his arm and he waits for it. And the sludge vent, and he kind of splats everywhere. And Izuku was like, wow. Thanks, Sensei. You're really right about that technique. My punch was quite effective now, huh? And and he just hears, "Wow, very impressive, kid." I'm not gonna lie. And it's just like, "Wait, who's that?" And he looks and he's like, "No way, it can't be." And he just hears, "Dun, dun, 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 dun." It's All Might himself. All Might actually witnessed the whole fight in whole. He saw Izuku breathe, evaluate the situation, take his stance, and punch right through him and teleporting the sludge vent right into the air without Izuku teleporting himself. And he just saw Izuku just casually defeat him, and he's quite impressed. He's like, wow, kid, I've seen a lot of heroes, and a lot of heroes, I'm not gonna lie, would kind of crumble that situation. And you stepped forward and you were able to defeat the sludge vent in ease. Wow, kid, that quirk of yours, it's quite amazing. And it's like, wait, you think so, All Might? He's like, yeah. Explain to me what the quirk is exactly. It's like, oh, my quirk's called teleportation. And it's like, wait, so you can teleport things places? It was like, well, you see, my actual quirk is that I can teleport where I can see. But recently, I started to build myself up and train. He's like, well, in All Might, he's like, well, I can see. He is quite built. He's like, well, my training, I discovered something where I could teleport things to where I'm thinking. Cause it's weird, cause before I could only teleport to places where I could see, but now I can teleport things to wherever besides myself, which is in development. And so that's where my technique came in. I punched through the sludge vent, so make sure it can get through my grip. So, cannot grasp through my finger, whatever. Cannot escape me, so I can teleport him into the air to where the sludge vent would splat itself. I know it wouldn't have died because it is sludge at the end of the day. That more or less just put out, just kind of knocked him out, you could say. And I'm almost like, wow, kid, you're something else. I'm not gonna lie. Wow, thanks, kid. And he kind of puts the sludge vent in the bottle, and he's about to head out, and he's like, wait, oh my, could I get your autograph? And All Might's like, I'm sorry, kid, I actually have to go. A hero's work is never done. And he's like, wait, All Might, I have to, he said. And All Might jumps into the air. And All Might's like, crap. I congratulate the kid, but I kind of wish I could give him his autograph. Until he just sees Izuku trailing behind him, teleporting in the air. Like, when he's about to fall, he just teleports, he's following him. He's like, oh my, wait! And All Might's like, crap, what is this kid doing? And All Might's like, go away, kid, I can't do this. And All Might throws a punch to change his direction suddenly, and Izuku changes it too. And All Might's just kind of doing a zigzag motion to lose Izuku, but he's like, okay, obviously this kid's not leaving me alone. So he lands down, and Izuku lands. He's like, wow. I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of teleporting. Alright, remember the breathing exercises. Alright, and All Might's like, what do you want, kid? He's like, all I wanted was an autograph. And he's like, really? That's all you? And he turns into his small Might form, and he's like, whoa, who are you? Where's All Might? And he's like, relax, kid. No need to go in a fighting pose. It's me. I'm All Might. And Izuku's like, wait, what? So yeah, All Might continues to explain his situation, and him fighting a villain led him to this form. And Izuku's like, wow, I never thought there would be a villain that tough to challenge the number one hero like that. Crap, maybe I do need to do more training. And All Might's like, yeah, you see the severities of our job, but I still continue on because I know I gotta keep saving people. That's what I need to do. I am the symbol of peace. That's what we do. And it looks like, quite inspiring. That's why I want to be a hero too. Because of you, All Might, I always wanted to save people. And so one person I want to save, it's my friend Bakugo. It's like, wait, your friend Bakugo is in trouble? It's like, well, no. Well, not physical trainer, just mentally. It's like, what? Well, ever since we were kids, well, me and my friend called Bakugo, and I call him Kachan, we were really close until he developed his quirk and developed this unhealthy ego and this gaze onto the world that he's better than everyone and he's gonna be number one no matter what. And I need to save him from that deluded mind he's in. But the only way I can do that is beating him in a fight. But when we were kids, he easily stopped me because his physicality and combat strength is way above mine. That's why I put my body all this training, so I wouldn't be caught lacking in my combat. And the whole mind's like, wow, that's tremendous, kid. I never thought anyone. Then and he just hears a loud explosion and Zuko's like, wait, what's that? And they're like, it's in from that direction. And Izuku's like, alright, grab on, All Might. He's like, wait, what? And Izuku teleports, he teleports building to building, going to where that explosion was. And they finally arrive and they see it's the sludge villain again. They're like, wait, how did the sludge villain? And they both think back. They both say, crap. It was when I was chasing you, right? He's like, yeah. I was trying to tail you off by doing zigzags, but during that I must have dropped the bottles. This is all my fault. And Zuko's like, it's not your fault, it's mine. When you said you had to go, I shouldn't have followed you. I should have let you go and transform in peace and hand in the sludge room. It's all my fault. And they blaming, they're not blaming it. They're blaming themselves. And Zuko's just hearing in on conversations of what the civilians are having, that the heroes are not doing nothing and they're scared. And he's like, I can't let the hero society go on like this. And he's like, fudge it. And he starts running and All Might's like, kid, what are you doing? And all the heroes like, kid, no. And Izuku, he's like, stand still. And he doesn't stand still. He keeps running and he jumps into the air. And he's like, oh! And they're like, what is he punching at? And Izuku teleports right on top of the sludge man, and the sludge is like, that kid again. And Izuku's like, let him go. And he punches the sludge man right in the eye, and the sludge is like, shrieking in pain. And Izuku teleports to Bakugo, trying to get him out. And Bakugo's like, Izuku, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm trying to get you out. The sludge man is too strong. And Izuku's like, alright, I got an idea. And Izuku, he teleports behind the sludge man, and he starts to get a running start, and he's like, and he teleports kind of into the sludge man to tackle Bakugo out, and he does, and he pushes them both out, and he teleports them to a pro hero, and everyone's like, whoa, we got that kid out. Wait, what's that kid's quirk? He's just teleporting everywhere. What the? And Izuku's like, you stupid sludge villain. I defeated you once. I'm gonna do it again. And Izuku runs up to the sludge villain and he hits it into the air, kicking it higher, just teleporting and keep on slamming it. And Sludge is like, huh? And Izuku's like, Fairy attack. 1,000 punches. And he's like, wait, what? And Izuku's just throwing punches, teleporting everywhere, and it feels like he's getting hit from everywhere. Like, he's just stuck together, and Izuku's like, it's time to end this. And Izuku teleports high into the sky, and he just goes falling down like at high paces. And the Sludge Man's like, wait, what? And he just sees Izuku like a missile. Slam the Sludge Man right into the ground, splatting him everywhere. And everyone's like, whoa! And Izuku's like, I know I didn't have to show off like that, but that guy was infuriating. And everyone's like, whoa! And running to Izuku like, whoa, that's amazing, kid! And Izuku's like, snapping back into reality. He's like, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. They're like, no, kid, you did awesome. What's your quirk? And the hero's like swarming him and everything. And All Might's just standing there like, wow, this kid's amazing. Even with, he said his physical strength was lacking, but that's a complete lie. What the hell is this kid? And everything, and Izuku's just there taking all the praises like, no, I didn't really do anything, it's okay. Like, no, kid, what's your quirk? And Izuku's just like, So yeah, afterwards he's walking home, after feeling strained for what he used another technique that he developed, 1,000 punches. And that's when Bakugo comes like, but I could have saved myself. You didn't have to do it, Izuku. And Izuku's like, Bakugo. He's like, shut up. I didn't need you. I could have saved myself. I'm not gonna need you, Izuku. I know you're trying to save me, but there's no need. There's nothing for me to save. I'm never gonna need your help. Next time, I won't need it, alright? And Izuku's like, alright. And Izuku kind of just laughs because he's like, Bakugo's ego's kind of going down. I guess maybe it is working. And Izuku's kind of walking home, about to teleport until All Might comes like, I am here. And Izuku's like, wait, All Might, crap. And All Might starts talking about all that stuff. You know, guys. You guys know all the jibber jabber about all for one for all. And he says, Izuku Midoriya, I want you to be the next successor of One for All. And Izuku contemplates this, and Izuku's like, All Might, your quirk is amazing, without a doubt, and I'm honored for you to choose me as the next successor, but I don't think One for All is for me. And he's like, wait, what are you talking about, kid? Your teleportation is a great match for this. Think about it. Think about with the strength, like having my strength while you teleport, you'd be unstoppable. And Izuku's like, it is very tempting, but my sensei's taught me something that I need to work for my things. And I know that I said that, but what I got here is all I need. And All Might, think about it. Wouldn't it be cool if you have two overpowered heroes? Well, me and your next successor with One for All. Think about it. We'd basically both be the symbol of pieces. And almost like, what makes you so sure that you'll be the next symbol of peace? As it was like, well, you said yourself, I'm not normal. And I was like, true. Alright then, kid, I'll take your advice, but you're something special. I'm gonna keep contact with you. And Izuku's like, well, thanks, All Might. Alright then, I'm gonna head out. And he just teleports, and All Might's like, I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty cool. So so Izuku goes home and excited what happened, but he realizes that he is still flawed. Even though Izuku done well against the Sludge Man, his stamina is still not up there. Even after doing 1,000 punches, Izuku was barely able to teleport up to the sky to finish him off. Izuku realizes his stamina is not up to par and he needs to fix that quick. So Izuku dedicates his whole 10 months just to stamina training, because he knows his teleportation's up to par, and all that all that other stuff, and he knows his quirk is not having a quirk evolution anytime soon. So just work as might as well just work on the stamina of the quirk. So yeah, that's what he does for his whole 10 months until it's finally time for the UA exam. So Izuku wakes up and he goes straight downstairs, teleporting there. And he's like, "Hey mom," and he's like, "Izuku, eat your breakfast." And he's like, "Alright then," and he devours it and he heads out straight, teleporting straight to UA. And Izuku's walking down and he's like, "This is where it all starts. This is where my journey starts." And he walks in and Izuku is just quite confident. And Izuku kind of bumps into someone. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She's like, "Oh no, it's my fault. I was just standing here admiring the atmosphere of UA." And he's like, "Wow, I'm not gonna lie, that's so coincidental." Is that a word? Whatever. I was doing the same thing. She's like, "Wait, really?" He's like, "Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. It's just that it feels like this is... No, it doesn't feel like it. This is the start of our journey to becoming pro heroes." And I just wanted to take that in and let that sink. She's like, "Well, same here. Just even being here is quite a feat because, you never know. We may never come back here." And it's like, "Don't think so negatively. While we're going into the exam, come on, be positive. We got this. It's just UA. It's so easy. Come on." It's just like, Alright then, what's your name?" He's like, "Izuku Midori." "Yours?" She's like, "Ochaka Uraka." Yeah, I guess I'll see you in there." And Izuku's like, "Alright then, I'll see you there too." So yeah, they head in and President Mike starts to explain everything and they write the exams and Izuku does really well. So it's time for the combat exercise and President Mike explains it yet again until he gets interrupted by Irashimira Lita about the 0 Point robot, and he tells him to maybe you should avoid that. So they head over to the fighting side and Izuku's there stretching and he's looking and he's trying to get focused until he sees the girl again that he talked to, and he's like, she looks nervous. Maybe I should give her some tips how to not. And he's gonna walk over there until Ida's like, maybe you should not interrupt her. And Izuku just looks up. Izuku just looks into the eyes and he's like, "Sorry, man. Yeah." And he just teleports to Uraka, and Uraka's like, whoa, how did you get here?" And he's like, "I see that you're nervous, alright? I told you, this is a piece of cake. It's just UA." She's like, "You're saying that like it's so easy. Like, you're saying that UA is nothing, but UA is everything. It's a way you become a real hero." And he's like, "That is true, but you keep thinking that it's just gonna drag you down. I mean, just think about it as a normal test. Just show him what you got. Just leave everything over there, and I guess if you don't get it in, at least you knew you left everything there and you did your best. And next time, just try even harder. UA might be the best school in all the nation, but there are still other good schools, and not every pro hero came from UA. So just take a deep breath and chill out, alright?" And she's like, "Thanks. I really appreciate that. I mean, I feel so relaxed. I feel like to get this started." And she kind of jumps in the air. She's like, "Whoa, let's get this started." And Izuku kind of laughs. It's like, that's the spirit, I guess. But even though I helped you, don't expect any favors in there. And she's like, "I wouldn't expect any. and everything, and the gates start to open, and Zuko sees an open path. And Zuko just teleports in, and everyone's like, "What is this kid doing?" And they start laughing, and they're like, "What are you guys waiting for? A hero doesn't wait for a sound alarm. Go, go, go!" And it was like, "Oh crap, he was right." And everything. And whilst they walk in, they already see destroyed robot parts. And like, wait, what? And all they see is just this blur, just teleporting around. Like, wait, what the heck is this thing? And all they just see is Izuku freaking demolishing robots. Izuku, Izuku's just teleporting around, just hitting a robot at one part, teleporting to his head, kicking the head off, taking out the legs, taking that leg from another robot, piercing it through with another robot, just pushing the robot, just teleporting the robots into the air to destroy it. And Izuku's just all over the place, and everyone's just like, this kid is not normal. And they get distracted, like, okay. They go on. And Izuku would continue, racking a whopping score of 84 combat points. What? Izuku is not normal, you guys. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, Izuku's like, alright, 84. I gotta get more. I have to undeniably pass this test, until he hears loud thumping noise, and he's like, wait, what the hell is that? And he looks behind, and he sees everyone running away, and he looks like, maybe I should do that too. And he was about to teleport until he hears, ah! Oh, I almost done, you guys. Well, he hears a familiar voice screaming. He's like, wait, is that? And he looks around, and he's like, oh, it's that girl. It's Uraraka. He's like, I should save her, but I have to get more points. Crap. And she's like, help me. And Izuku's like, oh, whatever. And he teleports there, and he sees Uraraka's like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, my leg, I can't get it out. And Izuku's like, alright. So he just taps Uraraka, and he teleports her away. And she's like, wait, what? And Izuku teleports to her. It's like, are you okay? She's like, wait, how did you? It's like, well, I touched you and then I teleported you here. She's like, wait, so you can touch people and you teleport them? What the hell? And Izuku's like, alright then, wait here. And she's like, wait, you can't possibly thinking of taking that robot on. He's like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So Izuku teleports right in front of the 0 point robot, and looks up, and he's like, it's gonna be tough, but I know it's worth it. And he's like, and he just he teleports right into the head, and he's like, whoa, this is high. Alright, and he puts both of these hands on the robot's hand, and he's trying his best. He's like, oh. And kind of picture it as Izuku trying to spread his aura. Just kind of visualize it like that. He's trying to spread his whole aura around the 0 point robot so he can teleport it. So Izuku's trying his best. He's like, oh. And everyone's like, what the heck is that kid doing? And it keeps coming closer and closer to Uraraka, because even though he teleported there, he didn't teleport her far, because he was concerned about defeating the 0 point robot. And Izuku sees that it's getting closer and closer to Uraraka again. And he's like, crap, come on! And he's like, gah! And he kind of gets like this rage boost. Rage boost, and it completely covers, and Izuku, and he teleports the head behind the 0 point robot, and the 0 point robot just stops and starts to fall. And Izuku, he also faints from the exhaustion of having to teleport something that huge and that heavy too. And Izuku just falling down, and Izuku's falling down, and everyone's like, whoa, until he gets slapped in the face before he touched the concrete. And we see it's Uraraka that saved him. And so yeah, Izuku starts to wake up, and he's like, oh wait, I'm not dead. She's like, no, yeah, I saved you. And he's like, what happened? She's like, you teleported the whole half that 0 point robot, but I guess you got exhausted and you fell out of the air, and I saw that you weren't waking up, so I had to take initiative, and I used my quirk to save you. And he's like, thank you. So he's like, no problem, you saved me, and it was only right that I saved you too. And he was like, thanks. And he was like, alright then, I guess I'm gonna head home. She's like, yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. And he's like, I'm not gonna lie, I like you, Uraraka. I like you. And she's like, wait, what? And Izuku just teleports out. She's like, wait, did he say that? Whatever. So yeah, Izuku heads home, and he's quite happy with his performance, getting a whopping of 84 combat points. Ugh. Lethal. So yeah, a week goes past, and Izuku finally receives the UA letter, and Ingo comes rushing her, and Izuku opens it up, and he sees a disc pop out, and suddenly a hologram of All Might on it starts talking. And it starts talking about Izuku, about the test and everything, and the hero and ish. And he tells her that even after the test, that a girl came to us wanting to give her points to you, because you saved her when everyone else ran. And they start talking that they're like, how, Izuku, you got a whopping points of 84 combat points and 75 rescue points. That's more points than UA has ever had. How can we deny such someone with such talent? Izuku Midoriya, welcome to Your Hero Academia. Woo! And Izuku was excited that finally he has made it into UA. So yeah, a few days go past, and finally it's time to go to UA. And Izuku's all excited that straight in the morning he just teleported down, ate his breakfast, and he's like, bye mom. She's like, bye Izuku. And Izuku just left and just teleported straight into UA. Izuku's walking down the hallways, and he's looking for class 1A, and he sees the door, and he thinks it's massive, and he's like, no, there can't be monsters in there, can they? And he walks in, and he sees 2 monsters, and he's like, oh, I was right, there are 2 monsters in here. He's talking about Izuku, he's talking about Ida and Bakugo. And they're arguing about stupid stuff until Ida comes up to Izuku while chopping the air. He's like, I'm Tenya Ida. It's nice to meet you. And he's like, I'm Izuku Midoriya. He's like, Izuku Midoriya, I'm sorry for what I've done at the run. Start talking, and they start talking. And Izuku thinks he forgives Ida. He's like, nah, I was being a prick, but just teleporting in front of your face, my bad. Until he hears, hey, it's the teleportation guy. And he looks behind, and he sees it's Uraraka. He's like, oh, it's your Uraraka, you're Chaku Uraraka, right? He's like, yep, that's me. And you're Izuku Midoriya, right? And he's like, yeah. And they start talking until Ozawa comes behind him. He's like, whoa, it took you 8 seconds for you guys to shut up. I'm Shota Izawa. I'm gonna be your home run teacher for your hero course. And it was like, is this guy supposed to be a teacher? And they're just all looking around. He's like, alright, put on these clothes and meet me outside. And everyone just reluctantly does it because no one else came in there. Well, so yeah, so they're all outside, and Izawa starts to explain what they're gonna be doing and how the education system wants to give kids the same, but he's like, think it's dumb. And he looks at Izuku, and he's like, you, nah. He looks at Bakugo, and he's like, you, throw this ball, because, well, whatever. And Bakugo's like, huh? And he's like, what was your score in for? He's like, 1 meters. And he's like, alright, throw it again, but this time use your quirk. And Bakugo has a psychopath smile, and he steps up to the plate, and he throws the ball yet again, and he gets the same score as in the anime. And everyone starts to get excited that they get to use their quirks. And hearing that pissed off Izawa and tells him it's fun. Alright then, whoever comes last will get expelled from UA. And everyone's like, and he's like, I suggest you guys try your best. Because if you don't, you guys are all leaving. And one of you is leaving. Oh, I messed that up real bad. So yeah, everyone tries their best in this. I'm not gonna describe this because it isn't obvious. Izuku's gonna dominate this. I mean, he teleported for the thing race. He just teleported over the sandbox. His grip strength has improved because of his physical training he's gone through for the past 10 years or something. And yeah, I'm just gonna say Izuku comes first place because why not? So yeah, Aizawa looks at the scores and everyone's like, whew, except Mineta, who's freaking out that he's gonna get expelled. But Aizawa just kind of starts laughing. He's like, no one was gonna get expelled. I only said that so you guys would try your best. And everyone starts getting angry at Aizawa, and Aizawa's like, but don't get it twisted. I will. I could expel one of you guys if you don't try your best. Alright? Get the idea? This is the hero course. Get used to it. And everyone's like, oh, okay. And yeah. So yeah, the next day comes around and today was a bit slow, you know. I normal day. Lunch rush and everything. So yeah. Until All Might comes running in saying, I am here. And he starts explaining what they're going to be doing today. And today they're going to be doing a combat training. And yeah, they're going to need hero suits to do that. So yeah. Until they reveal their hero suits. So yeah, what Izuku's hero suit's basically going to be. It's basically going to be like a simple suit like Todoroki's or something. But it's gonna be yet again green, and I kind of like the style like it is like in season 5 with with the gloves and everything. And yeah, basically that. And Zuko would use the hood more, but for my manga readers, you guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. So yeah, that's Izuku's suit. And Izuku will walk out and you see everyone's suit and it's like, wow, these are all amazing. And Uraraka's like, wow, Izuku, your suit looks amazing. And Izuku would look at Uraraka's and he's like, whoa, Uraraka. And Uraraka's like, yeah, I know. I gave my hero course this design, but I didn't think it would be this skin tight. And Izuku's like, no, don't get it twisted. Your suit looks amazing. I was just flabbergasted of how great it looks. He's just like, oh, thanks. And he compliments other guys. You guys know what I mean. So yeah. All Might starts to explain the combat exercise they're going to be doing, and he decides it's going to be hero versus villains, and he picks out random teams, and Nezuko and Uraraka mashed it together, and he decides to do random slots for who they're going to be facing, and well, fortunately for I guess Bakugo, it's the same matchup as in the anime. And before the fight, Uraraka asks, I can't help feel, but I feel like there's tension in this going into this fight. What's up with you and Bakugo? And Izuku's like, well, you see, me and Bakugo were friends as kids. Well, we were actually best friends until he got his quirk and he defeated me with it. And she's like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, well, I was the first one in our class to have a quirk, and when Bakugo got his, he challenged me to a fight, and he beat me. Ever since then, he's just been so mean to me, and he's not been the same Bakugo. So, ever since then, I decided to train to be able to defeat Bakugo and bring him to his normal self. And Uraraka's like, whoa. So you devoted that many years just to save your friend? Not gonna lie, Izuku, you're something else. And Izuku's like, thanks. Alright then. It's pretty obvious what's gonna happen. Bakugo's gonna come after me, but that's when you have to go up and head for the bomb where Ida is. Alright? She's like, great. So they go in and the exact same thing happens as Izuku planned. Bakugo came straight after Izuku, throwing an explosion, but Izuku teleported with Uraraka and he's like, go. And Uraraka's like, right, and starts running. He's like, huh? So you think you can take me on without any help? Who do you think you are, Izuku? I'll destroy you. And Izuku's like, Bakugo, why are you like this? Bakugo's like, huh? And he's like, why you have to be like this? We're such good friends. What changed? We're never friends, Izuku. You count as us being friends as kids? We've never been friends. Alright, things change, Izuku. So stop being obsessed with me and fight! And Izuku's like, alright then. You wanna fight? A fight you'll get. And Izuku's teleporting down the hall, just going in erratic movements. And Izuku's like, huh? Is this predictable to you, Bakugo? And Bakugo's like, huh? And Bakugo tries to throw an explosion, but Izuku dodges it and he punches Bakugo behind him. Bakugo's like, oh crap! And he tries to do like a kick behind him to kick Midoriya, but Midoriya just kind of dodged and it punches Bakugo again. And Bakugo's like, in his mind's like, his movements has really changed. Alright, come on, predict it. You can feel it, this. And he takes the punches from Izuku, trying to get a feel of Izuku's pattern. And Bakugo kind of grins, he's like, and Izuku's like, what are you grinning at? He's like, like I said before, all those years ago, Izuku, you're so predictable. And Izuku's like, oh really? And Izuku teleports to Bakugo, who knows that Izuku's coming to him on the side. And he's like, ah! And Bakugo was like, he was about to explode Izuku, until Izuku kind of just smiles, and Bakugo's like, wait, what? And Izuku teleports him, tells behind him, and he's like, wait, what? And Izuku kicks Bakugo right in the head, slamming him into another wall. And Bakugo's like, wait, what? How did you... Bakugo, all those years ago, did you really think I'll just sit on my butt while you got stronger? No. I took your advice. I learned complicated patterns. I learned how to become predictable. And most of all, I learned how to predict people's movements. And Bakugo's like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. That's how I predicted that you predict my movements, so I counted that. I know that must be hurting your big brain right now, huh? And Bakugo's like, shut up, Izuku. And Izuku's like, alright then. Come at me with your best shot. And Bakugo's like, oh, I will. And he's like, you see this gauntlet here? This isn't for show only. This has been storing up my sweat. And since you're so obsessed with me, you know what this is. My sweat is full with nitroglycerin. So if I just ignite this, you know what's gonna happen. And Izuku doesn't even flinch. He's just standing in the same pose. Bakugo's like, alright then, you accepted it. And All Might's like, yo, Bakugo, no! He's like, well, he's not moving. All he has to do is just teleport out the way. And Bakugo pulls it. And Izuku's still staring at it. And he's still staring at it. And Bakugo shoots it. And it was like, All Might's like, no, Bakugo, what the? And all they just see, the explosion disappears. And Izuku just laughs. And Bakugo's like, wait, now we can teleport attacks? And he looks behind him and he's like, what the? And Izuku's like, what? Were you expecting that explosion to be behind you? No. Bakugo, you see, my agenda is not only defeating you. My agenda is to win this. And all they hear is right through the ground. And where Izuku teleported this is where Uraraka is. Izuku exploded the kind of like the ground, like again, like in the anime where Izuku sent that pressure punch. It's like Izuku sent that again with the explosion, where Uraraka has a lot of things to use, and Uraraka's like, "Oh, Izuku actually came through!" And she touches everything, and she does that same boulder attack, and he does like, "Wait, what?" And Izuku just gets hit, and he's like, "Ah!" And Izuku teleports Bakugo. It's like, Bakugo, eventually we'll have this fight, but right now, let's just say I win. And he teleports Bakugo into a wall, and Bakugo's like, ah! And Izuku's like, and just teleports out of there. And Izuku finally teleports to the top, and he sees that Uraraka captured Ida, and she touches the bomb. She's like, the plan worked like just like how you planned it, Izuku. And Izuku's like, yeah. And they high five, and almost like, the hero team wins. And everyone starts cheering like, yeah. They're like, wow, that was amazing, and all that ish. So All Might afterwards comes criticizing them how they could have done better in ish. And it tells the hero team that they actually done well. Well, the only major note I would say is that Uraraka, you maybe shouldn't have used such a reckless technique. That technique could have actually hit the bomb and caused an explosion, but lucky for today, it did not happen. Well, out from that, the hero team done quite well. The villain team. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Ida, you done very well. You embraced the wall of and you protected it. It's just that Uraraka did outpower you using that move. Bakugo, you recklessly went in. You didn't consult your partner. You didn't come up with a strategy. Your grudge against Izuku blinded you from the real objective. You let Uraraka escape when you should have kept her. You should have kept them together so you know where they were. All of these have concluded that you have done worst in this assignment. But don't worry, Bakugo. You can still improve, alright? This is why you came to UA. Because you don't know everything from the start. There's a lot to know about being a pro hero. And Bakugo's just standing there all distraught and everything. So yeah. Izuku goes proud of himself, and Uraraka too, and all the other things go the same basically. And Izuku's talking to Uraraka and Ida and all that ish and stuff. So yeah. So the next day, Azawa starts talking to him how he was proud of how well they done during the combat exercise, and they'll be doing that more in the future. And he's like, alright then, now we're going on the new thing. You guys are going to the USJ. They're like, USJ? And it's like that, whatever. So yeah, they head onto the bus, and they start talking, oh my gosh, English? Sue asked Midoriya what his quirk is all about. I mean, it's teleportation, but you seem like they have plenty of uses. He's like, no, you pretty got half of it. My quirk is teleportation. I can teleport anywhere I can see, but there's a second part to it too. I can teleport anything I touch to anywhere. She's like, wait, so for the things that you can teleport without... So wait, you can teleport to places where you can see, but where you touch stuff, you can teleport anywhere? He's like, precisely. She's like, wow, that's a real powerful quirk. I'm not gonna lie, Izuku. You're probably gonna become a powerful hero. And it's just like, you think so? Thanks. They start talking about who has the best quirk in the class and shit like that. So yeah, they finally make it to the USJ, and they see 13 there, and she starts explaining what the USJ is all about and all that ish. Until a certain purple portal starts opening up. And everyone's like, wait, what's going on? And villain starts to splurge out. I don't like how I use that. Start to come out, and And everyone's just like confused what's happening until as I was like, this is not a drill. These are real villains. They're like, wait, real villains? And he tells 1313, can't, why are the sound alarms going off? They're like, I don't know. They must have neutralized it. Alright, crap. Alright, get the kids out of here. I'm gonna distract these villains. And Zuko's like, you can't defeat them all. Your quirk is only designed for stealth missions. You can't take them on. He's like, part of being a hero is being able to take any fight on. And he jumps down there and he starts smashing some villains. So yeah, and they start heading out until Kirikini comes far. He's like, where are you guys going? You're not going anywhere. And it's like that. And that's when Bakugo and Kirishima come to attack him and neutralize him, I guess. Until Kirigiri teleports them everywhere, and it looks like, wait, this guy can teleport too? And before he could do anything, he was teleported into the water, and he's like, and he swims up, and he's like, and he teleports to the boat, and Sue's like, okay then, and she just grabs the banana and puts him in there. They start strategizing what they could do next, because even though Izuku could just teleport him out there, we still need to take care of the villains inside. And Izuku's like, oh, what could we do? What's you guys' quirks? She's like, my quirk's called Frog. I can do pretty much what a frog does. It's like, yeah. Well, my name's Mineta, and my quirk is being able to, he explains his quirk. And Izuku's like, alright then, I may have something. So yeah, so Zuko's like, alright, this is what I'm thinking. Sue, I think I want to place you right in the middle of the zone. She's like, wait, what? She's like, yes, this is gonna get the villains all together. But once they're all together, I'm gonna send Minna into the air, and you're gonna set as much as balls as you can so they can all stick together, alright? And she's like, whoa, and Zuko's like, don't worry. Before the balls even touch you, or they even touch you, I'll teleport you out there. So once they're all bunched together, and I could just take them all to prison. And they're like, alright then, do. And so then that's what they do, and they're successful. And Izuku's, alright then, I'm about to teleport these, and Izuku teleports them, well, outside the police station. So yeah, Izuku's like, alright then, you guys go out here. They're like, Izuku, no! And Izuku touches them, and he really teleported them all the way to UA, and where the teacher's at. And they warned the teacher, and they're like, how did you get here? They're like, Midoriya teleported us there. And they're like, why didn't you just teleport here? They're like, we don't know, that's what we're about to ask. And Midoriya's just there, and he's like, hey, let go of my sensei. And Shigaraki's like, oh, who's this kid? And it looks like, oh, whatever. And he teleports right in front of the Nomu, and he touches the Nomu, and he teleports the Nomu into the air, and he takes Mr. Aizawa. He's like, Mr. Aizawa, you okay? He's like, Izuku, get out of here. He's like, you know I can't do that. Alright, I'm going to teleport you into the infirmary. He's like, no, Izuku. And he teleports him, and Shigaraki's like, whoa, cool quirk you got there. What is it called? He's like, that's none of your business. And he teleports behind Shigaraki, and he's about to kick him, and he's like, it's over. Until the freaking Nomu just comes barreling down, like, and he comes down and he grabs Izuku, and he was about to throw Izuku until Izuku teleports, and he's back on his feet. And Izuku's like, wait, I thought I teleported that Nomu right into the atmosphere. What the? It must have fallen down in seconds. What is this thing? And Shigaraki's like, oh, you're surprised? Well, this is my Nomu. My Nomu has many things that you don't. It has super strength, regeneration, shock absorption. You wouldn't understand. It's the ultimate creature. It's what we're gonna use to kill All Might. And it looks like, did you just say kill All Might? And they're like, yeah, come on. Since you have your teleportation quirk, why don't you just teleport and bring All Might here and just get it over and done with? And Izuku's like, crap. And they're like, this is why they came here? They came to kill All Might? This Nomu thing seems to be indestructible. I'm not gonna lie. This thing might be able to actually defeat All Might. I can't bring All Might here. That's pretty obvious. Crap, I already sent Su and Mineta just over there. It's too late now. If I leave now, the Nomu might attack all my other classmates. I have to stay here. This is the best solution. And Shiroku's like, I have to commend you. Even after I told you all of that this Nomu right here could kill the #1 hero, you still stand here. Almighty. Not gonna lie, kid, I'm very impressed. But that's still gonna be a downfall. Cause like I said, this thing's the designed to kill Nomu. To kill All Might. Nomu, attack! And the Nomu comes barreling straight at Izuku, and Izuku teleports on top of the Nomu. And he tries to kick the Nomu, but the Nomu just catches it. And he doesn't want to break Izuku's leg, but Izuku teleports out and he tries to kick off the Nomu again. And he's like, crap, this Nomu's solid as a rock. What the? And Izuku just starts thinking, he's like, what can I do? And Shigaraki just starts laughing, and Izuku goes to it, and Izuku's like, what is this guy's quirk? And Izuku attacks Shigaraki, and Shigaraki's like, ah! And he tries to swipe Izuku, but Izuku dodges, but Shigaraki touches something, and it decays, and Izuku's like, oh crap. Now that I think about it, his quirk can incinerate stuff on a touch? Oh, lucky I didn't actually let him touch me. That does make sense. I did see him hurting Azawa, but I didn't really understand the quirk before. Now I do. That might actually work. And Shigara's like, oh, you want to attack me? Focus on the Nomu. Nomu's much more tougher than you think. And Zuko's like, no, I don't think so. And he starts attacking Shigaraki, and Shigaraki's like, and he was like, alright then, I'll just kill you myself. And Izuku's like, that's what I've been waiting for. And Izuku dodges Shigaraki's arm, and he touches Shigaraki, and Shigaraki's like, huh? And Shigaraki teleports behind the Nomu, and he follows through, and he touches the Nomu. He touches the Nomu's head, and the Nomu's head just starts to decay, and Shigaraki's like, crap! And the decay actually started and it created a hole in the Nomu, which starts to malfunction it, and Izuku just kind of laughs, and he's like, you underestimated my quirk. I didn't have to defeat the Nomu. You did. And she was like, oh crap! Nomu, attack! And the Nomu starts to run, but the one side of it's not working. It's just using one side to limp at it. And Izuku's like, this is pathetic. And he kind of punches the Nomu, but he's like, crap, still stop. He's like, ow, still shock absorption. And Izuku's like, okay, I may have shut down one side of his, but I still can't be able to defeat him. And Shigara's like, Nomu, kill him! And Izuku's like, wait, what? And the Nomu kind of just regenerates his one side. The Nomu, what am I thinking? The Nomu cuts off his limbs on that side and regrows ones, and those are good as new, and they start running, and Izuku's like, wait, what? Until he hears the door slam open and just sees a blur just stop the Nomu with one punch. It's like, you've done well, young Midoriya, but let the pro heroes take over. And he punches the Nomu just right across the USJ and turns around, and Izuku's like, Izuku, you've done well, but let's take over. And Izuku's like, no, All Might, are you crazy? And All Might's like, huh? He's like, All Might, what about your weak side? We cannot let you forward. This Nomu is here to kill you. I can't let that happen. He's like, kid, it's not your duty to keep me safe. I'm the pro hero here. I'm supposed to keep you safe. And it's just like, no, we cannot lose the #1 hero. Even so, What if this detriments your time limit? We don't know. All Might, we can't afford to lose you. The Hero Society can't afford to lose you. And All Might said, kid, I'm a hero. I'm supposed to put everything on the line to save the day, alright? As long as you guys get home safe, I don't care what happens to me. And Zuko's like, no, I refuse, All Might. And All Might's like, what are you talking about, kid? And Zuko's like, I can't let the number one hero sacrifice more of its time. We still need you, All Might. Heck, I'm not gonna lie, I still need you. And he's like, wait, what? And Izuku teleports to the Nomu, and the Nomu was about to punch Izuku. Well, Izuku just touches the Nomu, and he teleports into the air. He teleports it into the air, and Izuku's like, get ready, All Might! And All Might's like, what are you talking about? United States of Smash, get ready! And All Might's like, alright, and he's charging up. And Shigeru's like, what's going on? While still on the ground, he's like, wait, what? And Izuku's like, 3, 2, 1. Nomu! All Might, throw it now! He's like, but there's no one now! And All Might throws his punch, and while he's throwing the punch, the Nomu comes, and Shigeru's like, no! And All Might's like, well done, kid. United States of Smash! Of Smash! And Izuku, and, oh, English, please. And All Might hits the Nomu right on the brain, which kind of squashes the brain completely, neutralizing all the other quirks, and All Might just demolishes the Nomu, and the head is kind of squished because it can't regenerate. Like, it literally doesn't have a brain anymore, so it doesn't even have the simple orders to get up. So she goes like, this ain't fair. No, that kid, he ruined everything. This is not fair. And then she gets shot. That's when he gets shot by that guy. I forgot his name. And he's like, Giri, let's get out of here. And Almost like, you're not going anywhere. And he starts to sprint at Shigaraki, and Shigaraki just looking at All Might, and he teleports, and All Might just punches the wall behind him. He's like, damn it, he got away. And Izuku's like, yeah, God. And he faints, and then All Might just catches him. He's like, you done well, kid, you done well. And he runs out of there because he's also gonna have his time limit. And then all the heroes start taking all the kids and making sure they're okay. But luckily, no one suffered immense casualties. So Izuku's taken to the to recover girl, and he was healed up. And yeah, we left off with Izuku joining UA and basically dominating the scene. Well, so yeah. So after the USJ incident, Nezu decided to give the kids a few days off to, shake off what happened for the incident. So they come back to school, and everyone expecting a new teacher because Zao can't possibly teach us, and he walks in. And Zao starts to explain to him that finally they're going to be doing the sports festival. And some students show some concern, but Zao assures them that they can't let the villains find out about all this stuff, so they'll continue with it. So after that, Uraka starts to get excited and pumped up for the sports festival, and everyone starts to get pumped up too. So everyone takes I'm gonna just skip forward and go to the sports festival. And like in the anime, everyone's in the locker room getting excited, and that's when Todoroki walks up to Midoriya and says, Midoriya, I'm gonna beat you. And Midoriya's like, huh? So it's pretty obvious that you're one of the strongest ones in the class. So I'm gonna show everyone I'm gonna beat you just with my left side. I think that's right. And Izuku's like, huh? So, are you challenging me? Todoroki's like, that's what I'm exactly doing. I'm challenging you. And I'm telling you straight here that I'm gonna win. And Izuku's like, Todoroki, you your quirk is pretty awesome, I can't admit. But there's one difference from me and you. I'm not gonna hold back in the sports festival. I'm using every power that I got to win. Because I want that first place spot and I won't let anyone stop me from getting it. And Todoroki's like, and Baku's like, hey, you guys, you are challenging the wrong person. You should be challenging me. Screw that. I challenge all of you. I'm going to defeat you all. And everyone's like, hey, and they all get pumped up because, they all want to be number one. So, yeah, they work out all with confidence. So they're all around there and Midnight starts to announce, welcome to the sports festival. And everyone to get excited, feeling everything. So then Midnight starts to announce, alright then, we're gonna get out, well, not number one. We're gonna have a student give a speech to motivate everyone. Izuku Midoriya. And Izuku's like, wait, I was supposed to have a speech ready? And they're like, come on, Izuku, just give it. And Izuku's like, hi. And everyone just starts to laugh in the crowd, like, it's like, well, as you heard Midnight say, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Came here to be number one. But I'm sure all of you have. I want to win the sports festival as much as anyone else. Because, winning here could really set you forward on having a full-on agency already scouting you. It's a great opportunity. That's why I ask you all to try your best. Because even if you don't have the most flashiest quirk, as long as you try your best, that's all you can offer. Even if someone is as strong as All Might, or as fast as Hawk, or has the power of Endeavor, it doesn't matter. Just try your best. That's all I ask for, you guys. Because, even though if you don't win, shoot, you still made it onto the sports festival. You're still at UA High School, the most prestigious high school in all of Japan. That's all we should be grateful for, right? Without further ado, let's get the sports festival on! And everyone's like, yeah! And everyone's getting excited, and Shinso's like, Izuku Midoriya. So yeah, Midnight starts to announce what the first challenge would be, and she draws the thing and she finds out it's gonna be a race, and everyone's like, oh crap. And they look at Midoriya, and Midoriya's just like, I guess you guys will be fine for second. And everyone's like, oh damn you, Midoriya. So everyone lines up and Midnight shouts, go! And Midoriya's like, alright then, let's see who comes second. And Izuku just starts teleporting ahead. Everyone's like, crap, we already won. Todoroki's like, he already knows himself. He's like, yeah, he won, but I'm still gonna go for second place. And he keeps going. And Izuku already crosses the finish line. And Midnight's like, Izuku Midoriya came first place at a record time. And everyone's like, yeah! And everything, and Zuko's just waiting until everyone finishes there. And I'm going to say Todoroki came second, Bakugo third, and everyone else. So Izuku just be standing there, not even breaking a sweat, and Uraraka come to him, Izuku, that was amazing! What the heck? Your quirk is just so useful. You barely broke a sweat. And Izuku's like, yeah, I guess so. I'm not gonna lie, Uraraka, I wish that was a bit challenging. And she's like, it was challenging. You're just too strong. And it's like, stop boosting my ego. And all that ish. So yeah, Midnight's like, wow, what a spectacular event. Izuku Midoriya breaking boundaries and having the record time on this course. And that fierce battle against Todoroki and Bakugo for a spot for number 2 was quite amazing. Alright, to the second of it. And she announced the second of it will be a cavalry battle where they have to make a team and all that ish. And she says Izuku Midoriya would have the highest value. And everyone just look at Midoriya, and Midoriya could feel their eyes making holes in him. No, that sounded wrong. It did. Huh. Okay, I'll just move on. But Izuku, this time, he's not really tripping because he's like, my teleportation quirk is the most handy quirk in this situation. It's just a matter of fact if I have enough stamina. And while Izuku's thinking this, he just hears, Izuku? 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 And Izuku's like, keeps rambling, and she taps his shoulder. It's like, Izuku! He's like, oh. He's like, can I join your team? He's like, oh, wait, you want to join my team? He's like, yeah, wouldn't it be fun? You could team up with your friends. And I'm not gonna lie, Izuku, your quirk is just way too handy. And Izuku's like, I see. Alright then, come on board. And that's when Hatsume comes and they're like, we need one more person. I'm just gonna say they pick the same team. It's I choose Tokoyami. So yeah, they start off the cavalry battle and everyone rushing at Izuku, and Izuku's like, alright then, Uraka now! And Uraka makes them float. And they're all like, whoa, I thought they would teleport. And they're doing the same strategy in his like in the anime. And this time when Mineta throws the balls at all of them and stuff, Izuku's like, alright then, I think it's time. And he tells everyone to, alright, everyone, hold on tight. They're like, wait, what? And Izuku teleports them, and then he teleports himself real quick. And this time their machine doesn't get destroyed. And they keep floating in the air, and it's very effective. And whilst in the air, Todoroki's like, alright, I had enough. And he does an ice bear, which actually attaches to Hatsume's leg. And she's like, oh! And she's kind of holding it stable. And if she doesn't keep it stable, her leg could break, which puts her in quite a predicament and all the team. So they have to stay there and just wait. And Todoroki's team starts to climb up the ice, and Izuku's like, crap, we need to get Hatsume's thing out of the way. And Izuku's like, I didn't want to have to do this, but might as well. And he tells everyone, it's like, alright, everyone, once I teleport this thing, you guys have to take over, because I'm gonna lose all my stamina, alright? And they're like, wait, what, Izuku? And Izuku taps his hand on the ice, and he's like, trying to, like I said in for part 1, like when he tried to teleport the Zero Pointer's head, this time Izuku's trying to do it with the iceberg. And since Izuku's improved on his stamina and stuff, he can put it on a wider area and, you know, teleport bigger things. So Izuku's doing that while Todoroki's team is advancing. And Izuku's like, crap, they're coming. And everyone's like, Izuku, I'm sorry to rush you, but can you hurry up? And Izuku's like, I'm trying. And Izuku's spreading it. And whilst Todoroki's team was right there, Izuku teleported just in time. And they all start falling, and Izuku just kind of passes out a little. And Tokoyami uses Dark Shadow to keep Izuku up. And Uraka's like, everyone now! And they use the technology, and they kind of hover down while Todoroki's team are just falling down, and Todoroki has to improvise and use some ice to stop him. So Izuku's passed out, and Uraka kind of took leadership, and she would tell everyone when to jump and all that stuff. And I'm gonna say they come first place, because why not? So yeah. So Izuku would be very proud of his team, since he didn't carry the team. Uraka did, because he passed out, and she done amazing. So he's like, wow, Uraka, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really impressed. She's like, wait, what? Really? He's like, yeah, when I passed out, you took leadership. I'm really impressed of you, Uraka. She's like, thanks. I mean, you're amazing too. If you haven't teleported that iceberg, we probably would have lost. And wait, Izuku, where did you teleport it? And Izuku's like, oh, I just teleported to Antarctica. She's like, wait, what? Really? He's like, yeah, that's why it took extra long, especially because of the area and the location I checked. Because if I teleported anywhere else, it'd really affect the area. But since over there it's just ice, I might as well. She's like, yeah. So yeah, they all announced what the matches would be, and Izuku looks at his first match and he's like, Shinso? Who the hell is that? Alright, it's gonna be easy fight, I guess. And then that's when Ojo comes to him to warn him about Shinso, and Izuku would be intrigued. He's like, who is this Shinso guy? Anyways, he sounds deadly with that quirk. I better deal with him quickly. So yeah, President Mike starts to announce what the next match would be. The first match would be Izuku Midoriya versus Shinso last name. And they'll both enter the ring, and Izuku would be like, good luck. Shinso's like, okay. And President Mike would shout, go! And Shinso would start talking, and Izuku would just kind of look at Shinso and smile. And suddenly he would be behind Shinso, and Shinso would be like, what? And Izuku just says, it's over. Bah! And he knocks him out straight away, and Shinso just falls to his knees and falls down. And I was like, Izuku Midoriya defeated Shinso in one hit. What a record time. This is amazing. You're witnessing history. This is our future #1 hero, people. And everyone agrees and all that stuff. And that statement alone kind of triggered Bakugo and Todoroki. And also Endeavor too, because he thinks Shoto's going to be #1. So yeah, Izuku goes down and he's kind of feeling himself. Okay, not feeling himself. He's just excited because that was exhilarating. More, he wasn't excited more in the match, just more of the crowd's reaction to him and how President Mike was announcing him. And Izuku was just pumped up for his next match. So he watches all the other matches and finally it's his turn. So he's in the locker room and he comes out and he sees Endeavor's there and he says, make sure to use his fire side. It'll be beneficial for you. And maybe you can get something out of it. And Izuku would look at Endeavor like, excuse me? He's like, you heard what I said. And Izuku's like, Todoroki is not a machine. He is your son. And start talking about him like that, alright? Number 2. And it was like, turns around quick. He's like, oh. And Izuku just walks off. And there was like, stupid kid. So yeah, Izuku and Todoroki both enter the stage. And President Mike's like, the second round we got is Izuku Midoriya versus Shoto Todoroki. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Shoto Todoroki, yeah? Yeah, I'm bugging. That's how it is, right? Yeah. Todoroki Shoto Todoroki. Yeah, Shoto Todoroki. Oh, I'm bugging. So, and then Mike's like, this is gonna be an intense fight. Who do you think is gonna win, Eraser? And Eraser's like, well, honestly, it's hard to say. Izuku's speed is unrivaled, but Todoroki's defenses is quite up there. It's quite a fight to see, but everyone's putting their money on Izuku. I'm intrigued to see. And President Mike's like, wow, that's the most you said this whole time. Well, let's get started. And President Mike shouts, go! And freaking Todoroki just sent a massive iceberg towards Izuku, and Izuku would just teleport times Todoroki, and Izuku would like shout, it's over. And he's about to chop he's about to chop Todoroki's neck until ice just spawns out of nowhere and kind of pushes Izuku out of the ring, but he teleports back in. And Izuku's like, wow, not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. You have some great reflexes. Todoroki's like, yeah. And he just shoots more ice and Izuku's teleporting, but every time he tries to get close, he just and Todoroki just puts out ice to get him farther away, and he can't get closer to Todoroki. So Izuku keeps teleporting, and Izuku be like, damn, I can't get close to him, and what's happening to my stamina? It's hard for me to breathe. Alright, gotta keep trying. And he teleports this time, and Todoroki's keep pushing him back, and Todoroki's like, you can't teleport forever. Eventually, I'm gonna get you. And he keeps throwing ice, and Izuku keeps dodging the ice, and he's kind of curious how Todoroki's doing this, and he's like, why can't I get close to him? And what's happening to my stamina? And that's when Todoroki stops, and he's like, huh. So I guess so, that's how your quirk works, huh? And Izuku's like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And Todoroki's like, your weakness. And he's like, wait, what? How did he? It's pretty obvious what your weakness is. And Izuku's like, what's that? It's ice. And everyone's like, wait, Izuku has weakness? And everyone starts talking, and he's like, I noticed this from the beginning of the fight. You try to avoid the ice, but not for you not to get hit, but because it's gonna slow you down. And Izuku's like, wait, what? He's like, Todoroki's like, I can tell. I've been paying close attention to you, Izuku, and when you told the details about your quirk on the bus to the USJ, I took note for it. You said that your quirk works where you burn the air around you to teleport and move at fast speeds, but I realized something. If I kept using my ice and made your environment even cooler and cooler, it would be harder for you to burn the air around you to teleport. It would take more stamina, and I guess I was right. So that's your weakness, Izuku. Your weakness is ice, which is my specialty. And he does a massive one, and Izuku this time actually gets hit, and he's like, ah! And it looks like Izuku's gonna fall at the ring, and everyone's like, wait, what? Izuku's gonna lose? And Izuku gets protagonist power up when his Uraraka's like, Izuku, don't give up! And it kind of echoes around the room, around the stadium. And Izuku hears this, and he's like, Uraraka's right. I can't give up. I have to. Go, Blossom, try! And he teleports into the air, and everyone's like, whoa, Izuku Midoriya is able to escape from being thrown out the ring. And then Izuku teleports to the ground, and Izuku says to Todoroki, I'm not gonna lie, you're amazing. No one is able to find out my weakness like that. But you're wrong to think that I'll stop. I told you before that I'm gonna win. And I realized something, Todoroki. We have a lot of similarities, but there's one big difference between me and you. And Todoroki's like, huh? And Izuku's like, I don't hold back. And Todoroki's like, wait, what? And Izuku teleports suddenly behind Todoroki, and Todoroki's about to do ice, but Izuku goes in front of him and punches Todoroki. And Todoroki's like, what? And Izuku kicks Todoroki into the air and keeps higher and higher. And Izuku's like, 1,000 punches! And he does the same technique where he teleports everywhere and just keeps pounding on Todoroki. And Izuku kicks him even higher, and he grabs Todoroki's face and he throws it, and that's when he teleports behind him and kicks him in the back, and Izuku slams Todoroki into the ground. Todoroki's like, crap! And Izuku teleports to the ground and tells Todoroki, like I said, the difference between me and you is that I embrace my power. And even I didn't stop there. I built up on my combat and my physical strength because I want to be number one. The absolute number one. So no villain can stop me. And I can be the symbol of peace, just like All Might. And he was about to dash at Todoroki, and he's right in front of Todoroki, and he's like, that's the difference between me and you. I don't hold back. Your quirk is yours. That's it. That's simple. And he's about to throw a punch at his Todoroki, and Todoroki hears Izuku's words, and he's like, he's right. And it just explodes in fire, and Izuku teleports back. And he's like, all right then. This is really where the fight begins. And Todoroki's like, I agree. This is where it starts. And Todoroki just keeps throwing fire and ice with combinations, and Izuku teleports everywhere, leaving after images, and everyone's like, whoa, where's Izuku? And he's like, there it is. Like, no, that's an after image. And Todoroki's just throwing ice and fire, and it's just insane. And Todoroki's like, time to end this. And Izuku and Todoroki does these freaking ultimate move, and Izuku at this point, he is stuffed. He's like freaking breathing and sweating so hard, like his stamina is done, and he's just standing there like catching his breath, and everyone just sees like, Izuku Midoriya, wait, he's not. Wait, why is Izuku just standing there? And Izuku looks like he's defeated, and Todoroki's like, time to end this, Midoriya. And he sends the whole ultimate move to Izuku. And Izuku's like, Todoroki, I'm not gonna lie, you really are amazing. But I didn't use every trick up my sleeve. And Todoroki's like, Izuku's not gonna move. Wait, what? And while the attack was about to come at Izuku, and Izuku's like, he kind of swipes the attack, and the attack disappears. And it was like, oh, what just happened? And Todoroki's like, wait, what the heck? Wait, he's like, no, crap. And he looks well above, and the attack is just above Todoroki, and everyone's like, oh, wait, what? And it completely hits Todoroki, which actually sends him flying out of the ring, making Izuku the winner. Everyone's like, how did Izuku do that? And everyone's claps one day. It's like, what? And everyone's just like excited how hard that match was. It was just amazing. The two strongest first years go at it. It was just a sight to behold of, and everyone was very excited. And it was like, and Izuku just kind of smiles, and then he passes out from overusing his quirk and exhaustion. So yeah, Izuku wakes up in the medical room, and he starts to regain conscious. He's like, oh, where am I? He's like, oh, All Might. He's like, well, kid, you did well. He's like, thanks, All Might. It's like, well, but you really put your quirk to a limit there. All of us thought that you were goner after that attack. How? I'm surprised that you were able to teleport such a big attack like that. Izuku's like, yeah. Ever since the Sluzrin attack, I just been training. Where's Todoroki? Is he okay? He's like, yeah. And he's like, why don't you ask him yourself? He's like, what? And he sees the curtain and he pulls it, and Todoroki's there like, Midoriya. And Izuku's like, oh, hey Todoroki, are you okay from that blast? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you left me no choices. I had to teleport back to you. If I teleported anywhere else, you could have just done it again, and I would have been a goner. My bad. He's like, no. It was quite a handy move you got there. Izuku, I have to tell you something. He's like, yeah? When you said all of that stuff about this fireside, this quirk really being mine, did you really mean it, or were you just trying to get me to use my fireside? And Zuko's like, well, both. And Todoroki's like, what? And Zuko's like, well, I do believe your fireside is yours. It's not your father's quirk. I mean, even though you're inherited by him, it's not like the fire's just gonna take over you and make him like him. No. You make the quirk. The quirk doesn't make you. It's that simple. And, well, of course, I wanted you to use your fireside because I felt like you were you were holding yourself back for no reason, and I didn't want to see that, and I didn't want to have a fight where one of us is holding back. Where that speech I had earlier, I was not lying. I really want everyone to do their best, including you, Todoroki. Todoroki kind of has that like a talk no jutsu move and all that stuff. So yeah, Izuku comes down, everyone's like, "Oh, Izuku, are you okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And like, that was an amazing fight out there and all that ish like that. So yeah, I think it's time now. Yeah, Izuku's sitting there, and now it's time for Bakugo versus Uraraka. And everyone witnessed the fight, and Izuku, while watching the fight, kind of got mad at some sense at Bakugo, because, even though he didn't really do anything, it's just like how he dismisses her, that he didn't really feel that. Somehow, he felt really protective over Uraraka for some reason. And that's when he comes back to the locker room and he tries to comfort Uraraka, but she just says that she wants to be alone and it's like that. And Izuku's like, "Don't worry, I'll beat Bakugo." I'll beat him. So yeah, Izuku comes to the stage and Bakugo comes to the stage and Prison Mike say, "It's the final round! Everyone get excited! We got Izuku Midoriya, the teleporting hero, versus Bakugo, the explosion hero!" And it was like, "Yeah! Everyone get hyped! Begin!" And Bakugo comes at him at full force. He's like, "Get ready, Izuku!" And he doesn't even hold back and he goes, "Howitzer impact!" And Izuku teleports and Izuku's like, "Wow, Bakugo starting off with a big one." But I'm not gonna let this fight drag on. And Baku's like, "Wait, what?" And Izuku just teleports in front of him and it punches him with a deadly punch, and Izuku kicks Bakugo and he teleports him into the air and he follows and he just keeps demolishing him, and he's like 1,000 punches and everyone's like, "Whoa!" And Izuku's like, "You think I'm done?" Demolishing impact, and everyone's like, "Wait, what? That's a new one." And Izuku kind of puts them high into the air, and Izuku teleports to the ground. And while the guy is falling, Izuku teleports in front of him, kicks him down, and he teleports to the ground and he kicks the guy's back, and he's like, "That is the new technique." And after that, Bakugo's eyes is basically not there, like his pupils are not visible, and Izuku knocked him out. And was like, "Izuku Midoriya is the winner of the sports festival." And it was like, "Yeah." And Izuku just puts up his hand, and Izuku picks up Bakugo, and it's like, "Sorry, Bakugo, but that was for Uraraka." And he walks off carrying Bakugo, and he gives him back to the medical people. So yeah, the ceremony begins and all that ish, and Todoroki's third place, Bakugo's second, chained up because he's pissed how his fight went. And Izuku at first place, and All Might gives the medals to them, congratulating them. So yeah, so that's the sports festival for you. Hey. So the next day they go back to school and everyone's talking, and Azao comes in, it's like, "Good job on the sports festival, everyone. Now, let's see all the offers you got." And he puts them up, and everyone's like, "Whoa! Look at Todoroki, Midoriya, and Bakugo. Look how many entries they got." And like, they're like, "Wait, how does Todoroki have the most? And didn't Izuku come first?" And I was like, "Yeah." Found it strange to me at first until I thought about it. The reason why people kind of backed out of Midoriya is because after they found out his weakness, people thought villains would take advantage of that, and Izuku can't also go to all places, so they felt like he would hold people back. And Izuku's like, "Damn it! I'll never let this weakness stop me from going anywhere. And everyone's like, dang, wow, Izuku, when did you always know you had this weakness? And Izuku's like, well, not sort of. And I noticed in the winter that it takes a lot of more stamina for me to take. It takes a little more stamina for me to teleport, but I didn't know it go to. I didn't know it could go to such extreme heights like I did with Todoroki, where he could nearly stop me and where I would have collapsed due to exhaustion. It's quite amazing, he could say. And it was like, yeah. Then someone says, wait, but Mr. Izawa, how are we supposed to do internships if we don't have hero names? And Izawa's like, yeah, way ahead of you. That's why we're gonna pick your hero names today. And I was like, wait, what? And that's when midnight comes around, and yeah, they all start picking their names. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, honestly, I don't know what Izuku's name would be. I've never been good at naming heroes and stuff like that. And yeah, put your suggestions down low. I know maybe too late or maybe not, but anyways, Izuku goes up for his turn and everyone's anticipating. Izuku turns off his board and he's like, the teleporting hero, instant. Instant. Whatever. I don't know any hero names. Comment down below if you have any hero names. I just want to hear them. Even though it might be too late. But just comment down below. Come on. And yeah, if you come, and also if you watch this video so far, comment down below hot dog for so I know who watches the video this long. I know some people might do it, some people will. But just comment down below, you know? It's that simple. So anyways, everyone's deciding where they're gonna go for the hero agency, and Izuku starts talking, and he actually goes to talk to Todoroki, and he says, where are you gonna go for your agency? He's like, well, it's pretty obvious. Probably gonna go with my dad's agency. Why, you ask? And Izuku's like, well, that's coincidental, because I think I might go there too. And Todoroki's like, wait, he offered you an internship? And Zuko's like, yeah, I don't know why, but I'm not gonna miss out on the opportunity, you know? And Todoroki's like, sure, but I'm not gonna lie, Midoriya, I don't think he's gonna focus on you. He's probably gonna focus on me. And Zuko's like, yeah, true, but at least I'm gonna go to a hero agency with my friend, right? And Todoroki's like, wait, you consider me your friend? He's like, yeah, why wouldn't I? And Todoroki's like, oh, kind of confused. So yeah, the whole head of today hero agencies and all that stuff. So Izuku and Todoroki arrive at the hero agency, and Todoroki's like, well, here it is. And yeah, so Todoroki just interested there like it's nothing new for him, while Izuku is kind of nervous just seeing all these heroes and all that stuff. Finally, they arrive at Endeavor's office, where Endeavor comes down and he's like, Shoto! How was my favorite son doing here? And Todoroki's like, fine. And he's like, you're not gonna say hello to my friend? And he's like, oh, you that teleporting one? Well, welcome, I guess. Well, Shoto, I've come up with quite a plan what we can do for this week. I'm gonna train you to use your fireside. Finally, you finally embraced it. And Todoroki's like, whatever. But I'm not the only one doing this internship, remember? Midoriya's here. So try to consider him into this thing. And Endeavor's like, well, of course. There's a reason why I picked him as Todoroki. And he's like, fine. And he's like, well, I'll meet you in there. Why don't you go inside? And he's like, alright. So yeah, Izuku's about to follow, and he stops Izuku and he says, I'm sure you figured it out by now, but the only reason why I've took you in is because somehow you were able to make Shoto use his fire sign, and you challenged him with it. So that's the only reason why you're here, to inspire him, alright? But For exchange for using his fireside, I will teach you a few things, alright? As looks like, alright, sir. So yeah, they go in and they start training, and Endeavor actually starts teaching Izuku some things, and he tells him that if he wants to improve on something, you need to slow it down, build up the fundamentals, and build up from there. Because if you have a steady fundamental, all your other stuff will be easier and easier as it goes on. And Izuku's like, wow, that's actually some good advice. Thank you, Endeavor. He's like, whatever. So yeah, they keep on training and stuff, and he tells them that they're gonna go into Hosu to capture Stain. And Izuku's a bit nervous, but he can deal with it. So when they arrive there, they see the town is under attack in Nishan. Well, and Endeavor was like, alright, wait. Alright, then he turns around and is like, you guys are gonna wait, where did you guys go? and Endeavor was like, that teleporting kid. Alright, fine, I'll do it myself. And all that stuff. And what Izuku done is that, well, it's pretty obvious. He had quick thinking and just grabbed Todoroki and he teleported him. And Todoroki's like, wait, where am I? And it's like, I just realized we're in Hosu and Ida's here. He's trying to go off the stain. He's like, wait, you're right. Alright, let's find him quick. Alright. And Izuku would just keep teleporting everywhere and all that stuff. Well, was just protective to Ida, and he's like, you stopped my brother from... I don't even know what he says. And Stain's like, he is a good hero, but he came our way. Like you are doing, you fake hero. And he's about to stab Stain while Izuku just comes. He's like, nope! And he kicks Stain away and he grabs Ida and what is that guy name? Native. Yeah, Native. And he teleports him to the hospital. And he leaves Ida there because he asks, what's wrong with you? And he's like, I'm paralyzed, Izuku. I don't know. And he's like, before you say anything, don't teleport me. Izuku's like, I wasn't. I mean, we don't know what his quirk was, and you're the only one here to explain it to us, so that's the only reason why I didn't teleport you. What is his quirk? And he's like, I don't know. It seems like if you get cut for him, he licks your blood and suddenly you're paralyzed. Just make sure you can't hit him. And it looks like crap. Alright. Alright. And he's like, alright, Todoroki, every time he's about to get close to me, I want you to use your fire or eyesight to stop him, alright? And as for you, Ida, you sit down. Me and Todoroki got this. He's like, wait, but he's mine. Shut up, Ida. You know you got yourself killed, and I'm not letting you do anymore. Alright, Todoroki, let's go. And he's like, right. And Izuku teleports to Stain, and Stain's like, huh? And Izuku throws a punch while Stain catches it. He's like, huh, you're quick, but not quick enough. And he cuts Izuku, and he's about to slice him, but that's when Todoroki throws some fire to separate them. And he's like, I got you, Midoriya. Midoriya's like, thanks. He's like, he's quite skilled. Alright, time to actually use the martial arts Sensei taught me. And he goes into a fighting pose, and Stain's like, huh, the kid has some form of martial arts. Alright then, time to take things up a notch. And he brings out his sword and all that stuff, and Izuku's like, come on! And he teleports, and he's actually using martial arts moves this time, fighting Stain, and Stain is fighting him back, and it's kind of like a fist-to-face battle, just pure fist. Just think of an anime where they just brawl fists, none of powers or none of that. Think of the fight with Naruto where they're just throwing hands, or I can't think of anything else. Other animes, I can't think of them on the spot right now. Oh, Gon versus Hika. Oh my god. Hisoka. English, I couldn't even get it there. Hisoka. Think of that. They're just kind of brawling out. And Todoroki's just witnessing it, and it's like, wow, Izuku really is skilled. And Izuku kind of does a backflip, and he jumps over, and he's like, Todoroki, throw some ice! And he's like, right. And he throws some ice while Stain starts to, like, parkour off it, and he's like, you think ice will stop me? And Izuku's like, no, but this will. And Izuku literally has a stop sign, and he hits Stain with it into the wall. And he's like, ah. And that's when Ida comes like, Recipio, kick! And he hits Stain right in the head. And Izuku's like, Ida, he's like, I told you, I'm not gonna let you do this. I'm not gonna let you do this without me. And Izuku's like, alright then, let's finish him off. And Izuku just teleports and he's like hitting him, and he's like, demolishing impact! And he kicks him into the air again, and Izuku teleports and kicks him down. And he's like, you finish it off, Ida. He's like, yeah. Demolishing impact, Recipio burst! And he freaking kicks him, making him spin, and he's like, finish him off, Todoroki! And he's like, right. And he throws on like a blast of fire, which hits Stain and knocks Stain out. And they're like, oh, that was a good one, guys. And yeah, and they kind of get excited. And Izuku added a new thing to his costume where he has handcuffs, because he could just teleport them to the police like easily. And if he has handcuffs on him, it would be easier. So he handcuffs Stain and he just teleports him to the police. And he just show up to the police station. Everyone's like, oh, what the, why villain's just teleporting here? It's Stain, it's the Stain killer, detain him, and all that stuff. So yeah, and that's when Endeavor comes up like, are you guys okay? Why did you just teleport without telling me? He's like, sorry, sir, my friend was in danger. And he's like, next time you inform me, alright? And he's like, yes. And he's like, Shoto, you used your fire side again. I'm joking. So yeah, the Nomu comes again, again grabbing Izuku, but this time Izuku didn't really care, and he just he just kind of teleports the Nomu just somewhere else. And like, where did you teleport him? He's like, oh, just in space. And they're like, wait, what? You can teleport things to space? He's like, yeah, it's just I never do it because I don't kill humans. But that thing wasn't human, so yeah, might as well. And they're like, right. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I forget how strong you are, Izuku. And just talking it off. This time no one really got injured, so they don't really need to stay at the hospital. And the chief comes to him telling him that they shouldn't have used the quirk, and they'll give the catch to Endeavor and all that ish like that. So yeah, they finally come back to school and everyone's talking about their internships and how great it was and all that stuff. So then finally it's time for final exam. Final exam. Final exam. Final exam. Final exam. Final exam. Final. I'm just saying final exam. I'm so weird. Oh, whatever. So yeah, it's finally for the final exam, and everyone on the test does pretty well besides, the lower tier ones. And Izuku does pretty well. So yeah, the tiny frame for the combat bits of the final test. Oh my gosh. So yeah, Nezu and all the teachers are standing out there and they're announcing who they're gonna be fighting, and they come to Izuku and Bakugo and they find out their opponent, it's the one himself, All Might, the number one hero, the symbol of peace, the ultimate machine, the greatest hero of all time. Bakugo. I'm not even saying. I'm sorry, guys. I'm genuinely sorry because I'm just spouting nonsense and it's been a long day. So yeah, finally their battle starts and Izuku's saying, I then grab on Bakugo's like, no, I'm not letting you teleport me there. It's like, it's pretty easy for me just to teleport. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. And they just start arguing. And that's when All Might comes and he freaking just throws a pressure punch, which actually knocks Bakugo away. And Izuku, he gets knocked back, but he teleports and he takes Bakugo and then he teleports him and then he teleports. And they hiding in the thing and Izuku's like, you stole the one? And Bakugo's like, screw you. And he goes back onto the main street. He's like, oh my! And All Might's like, bold of you to face me one-on-one. And he grabs Bakugo. He grabs Bakugo in the face and slams him into the ground. And Izuku's like, damn it. And he teleports. And he was about to take Bakugo, and All Might's like, where do you think you're going? He grabs Izuku's face again, and he's about to slam into the ground when Izuku just quickly teleports. He could just slightly see through All Might's eyes to teleport. And All Might's like, I know all about your quirk. Alright then, I know how to deal with you. And Izuku's like, wait, what? And All Might runs so quickly, and he's like, wait, what? And All Might just grabs Izuku's face again, and this time he just pokes Izuku in the eyes, and Izuku's like, my eyes! And All Might's like, it may be childish, but it gets the job done. And Izuku's like, crap, I can't open my eyes! How strong did All Might poke my eyes? And he just grabs Izuku and slams him into the ground. And he's like, I know if you can't see, you can't teleport yourself, so that neutralizes you. And Baku's like, he just stopped Midoriya? And he's like, damn it. And he goes on to fight All Might one-on-one while Izuku's kind of screaming in pain, like, it's like, crap. And he tries to open his eyes, but he can't. And he's like, rely on your other senses. Sensei has prepared you for this. Remember what he said. And he remembers back and he's like, Izuku, remind you how your quirk works? And it looks like, well, I can teleport anywhere I can see, and I can teleport anywhere I can see. And he's like, that's a bit problematic, don't you think? And he's like, wait, what do you mean? You said it right there. You can teleport to places where you can see. And he's like, what's wrong with that? That exactly. When you're a pro hero, villains know all about your quirk. And an easy way to just get to you is just poking your eyes. And simply, Zuko's like, what? No, that can just stop me. And he's like, oh, really? And he pokes him eyes so quickly. He's like, I can't see, Sensei. And he's like, right. No, in normal circumstances, you could probably stand a chance against me. But now, without your teleportation, you're pretty defenseless and you can't do nothing. And he's like, well, that's because you poked my eye. That wouldn't happen in a real fight. And he's like, how do you know? You don't know how villains fight. Villains find a way to fight anyway. They play dirty. So you have to find a way to play around that dirtiness. That's what he remembers. And Izuku's like, this is the way, Sensei. And Izuku just focuses on his ears and his other senses, and they do become sharper. And Izuku's like, alright. And he starts walking and he's listening to the fight, and he's like, there. And he tries to, and that's when he touches All Might. All Might's like, wait, what? I thought I've rendered you defenseless. And Izuku's like, that's true, but I can still teleport you places. And he teleports All Might into the sky. And it's like, Bakugo, we gotta go. And Bakugo's alright. And he grabs Izuku and he starts starts exploding. And Izuku's like, chill out, Bakugo's like, you wanna escape or not? And he's like, I thought you didn't wanna escape. Well, we're doing it now. And he's teleporting. And that's when All Might's like, you think you can stop me that easily? And he turns around and he punches to the sky and he falls down fast and he hits Izuku and Midoriya, making them not be able to go to the exit. Izuku quick thinking, and he's like, since he thinks of me as handicapped, he touches Bakugo and he teleports him away. And All Might's like, your quirk really is handy. I can't deny that. But what are you gonna do if I just crush your hands? And Zuko's like, wait, you're not gonna. And oh my freaking steps on Izuku's hand. He's like, crap. And Izuku's hand are kind of pounding, and he can't really move them. And he's like, crap. And Bakugo just comes in, and he's like, it's not over, All Might. And he uses one of his gauntlets to explode it, and it hits All Might. He's like, and Zuko's like, wait, that's it. And Izuku stands up, and he's like, I have to, crap. And he stands up, and he's like, think, Izuku, think of All Might. Come on, how do I stop him? And he just thinks, and he's like, that's how, huh? And Izuku's like, So then Izuku runs over to Bakugo, and he touches him again, and he runs away, and All Might's like, and Bakugo's like, stop teleporting me. And Izuku's like, explode at me. Like, well, explode my hand. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, just do it. And Bakugo's like, you asked for it. And he's exploding at Izuku, and Izuku came up with the plan that All Might, he's pretty strong, but after that blast, it looked like it kind of weakened him a little, and he's like, I can think of something, all right? So he's like, so wait, if I could just do these plenty of blasts, maybe it can be equivalent to all of this. And Bakugo's just sending explosions into Izuku's hands, and he's teleporting them where they're hitting All Might at all places, and he's like, oh, damn it. And Izuku's like, Bakugo, do freaking faster. And Bakugo's like, and he does even faster, and Izuku's like, it's working. And this time it's kind of freaking surrounds All Might, and Izuku's like, look down the street, and he's like, wait, what? Bakugo goes and look, and he sees just a freaking dome around All Might with the explosions kind of being withheld, because somehow just allow it, man, allow it. And Izuku's like, and he releases it, and it just goes making a bigger explosion than Bakugo's gauntlets. And Bakugo's like, wait, what the? And Izuku's like, don't hesitate, use your gauntlet. Bakugo just has the sinister smile. He's like, and he jumps into the air, and he's like, take this, All Might. And he releases it, and All Might's still getting bombarded, and he's like, and he looks up there, and he's like, oh crap. And he gets even a massive explosion, and just the shock wave of the explosion hits Izuku and Bakugo back, and they just start bucking it for the exit. And All Might's like, I'm not letting you, and he starts to spin. It's like, crap. I can't lie, those kids really are handy. Well done. And yeah, they both pass. Whilst they both come at the exit, and they both pass out because they both overused their quirks, and All Might went through them both. Made Izuku freaking blind, and he stepped on his freaking hands to make it hard for him to use it. So he desperately needed to go to Recovery Girl. So yeah, and all that happens. So everyone, the people pass and the people fail, and all that stuff, and they still go to the mall and stuff, and have that interaction with Shigaraki. And this time Izuku's kind of chilled about it, because he knows he's faster than his Shigaraki's fingers, and yeah, and all that jazz. So yeah, so then they finally head out for the summer camp, and everyone's excited in it. So they finally arrive, and they meet the, what they call, the Pussycats? Yeah, the Pussycats? I think that's what it's called. But anyways, and they get that same thing, and they fall down, and they're like, what are we supposed to do? And they're like, Midoriya. Everyone said that at the same time, and Izuku just kind of looks at them, and he sighs like, And it just switches to a scene where everyone's cuddled together. I'm saying, come on, everyone in a big circle, and everyone's just holding hands, and freaking Bakugo's just there like, I'm not doing it. And Kirsten's like, come on, man, it's gonna benefit all of us. Do you really want to be stuck in this forest for 4 hours? Come on, it'll just be quick. Come on, man. He's like, no, I'll be damned to use Izuku's quirk to go somewhere. He's like, well, you already did during the final exam. He's like, crap. And Izuku's like, come on, Bakugo, we don't have time. And Bakugo's like, oh, fine. And he does it, and he grabs, not Kirishima's arm, just more of like the wrist, you know what I'm saying, to act not sus, you know what I'm saying. You guys understand, you know what I'm saying. There's people out there, that don't like to hold hands. They just hold the wrist. Comment down below if that's relatable. But anyways, Izuku's like, alright then, everyone, and he teleports everyone, and he's like, alright, I guess wait. And Izuku realizes that he cannot see the training camp from here, so Izuku's the only one that actually had to go through the forest, and everyone's like, oh, and they're like, wait, where's Izuku? And everyone's like, wait, what? And Izuku, after 4 long hours, he finally emerges from the forest, like, freaking crawling, and everyone's like, whoa, Izuku, you took so long. What happened? Why couldn't you teleport? He's like, I just realized when I teleported you guys, the forest, the trees were so high, I couldn't see the camp from there. You don't know what I had to go through. And anyway, he starts crying, and Bakugo just starts laughing hysterically. And he found it funny. And everyone's like, Bakugo! And Uraraka kind of comforts him. And as I was like, well, I guess that makes you learn your lesson. Anyways, well, Midori was the only one that actually got the training, so I guess he's the one that gets lunch first. And they're like, wait, what? No, but that doesn't matter. It's like, well, you guys did rely on these quirks, so yeah. Everyone's pissed like that. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna skip forward. You're gonna improve on your quirks and all that stuff, and Izuku improves his quirk by just improving his stamina yet again. So yeah, skip the Yubi Jabber, and it's the night again, and suddenly the League of Villains attack, and everyone's like, wait, crap. And he's like, oh, I'm keep stuttering, bro, like, I need to improve on my pronunciation and get rid of this stutter. Or was it a lisp? Whatever. I need to get rid of it like ASAP. Anyways. So Izuku realizes that Koda is in danger, so he tells one of them, I forgot who, is like, I'm gonna go save Koda. And she's like, right. And Izuku teleports there, it's what it is, and he arrives and he sees Muscular about to hit Koda when Izuku just goes behind Muscular and teleports him into the mountain, kind of hitting him back. And Izuku's like, are you okay, Koda? And he's like, Izuku? He's like, alright, kid, I'm gonna... And Izuku thinks, it's like, crap, I can't teleport this kid because I don't know where everyone is. And if I teleport him just to a random place, he could easily be adopted by everyone. Right now, even though it sounds weird, but the safest bet for him is to stay right here. Alright, but I gotta find a good location for him to stay. Alright, oh, that's fine. And he teleports him right on top of where they are, to where Koda can see an upper view of the fight. And he tells Koda, stay here, I'm gonna get you, alright? Just stay safe. And it's like, oh okay, Izuku. And Izuku's standing there, and he sees Muscular, and Muscular is like, oh, impressive, kid. But freaking hitting me into the mountain is not gonna do nothing. It's a mountain at the end of the day. And Izuku's like, well, I thought so. How did you know my quirk? Shigaraki done so much research on you. And of course, we saw your quirk on the sports festival. Gotta hand it to you. You have a great quirk. But can I ask you a favor? Could you just tell me where this Katsuki Bakugo kid is? Shigaraki told me to bring him in, and anyone else I can kill. So once I'm done with you, could you just tell me where it is, then I'll finish you off, you know? And it looks like I'm not telling you anything, and you're not going anywhere. And he's like, oh, okay, we got a feisty one. Alright then, if you wanna fight, let's fight. And Muscular charges right at Izuku, and Izuku teleports and he turns behind him and he tries to punch Muscular, and Muscular's like, is that what you got? And he hits Izuku back into the air, and Izuku's like, oh, and he teleports back into the ground. And Izuku's like, this guy's strong and he's durable. This is crazy. And Muscular's like, oh, that teleportation quirk of yours is annoying, but gotta admit, it is pretty cool. And he goes to him again and he throws a punch and Izuku teleports behind him and he's like, huh? And he hits back. He hits him, Muscular predicts it and he hits Izuku back, and Izuku's like, he predicted it? Oh, I just thought maybe for such a big figure that he wouldn't recognize the pattern. Can't underestimate these villains anymore. And he teleports back, and Muscle's like, alright, you're getting annoying, kid. Let's just finish this quick. And he takes off that patch and he grows even more bigger and bigger. And Izuku's like, wait, what the? And Muscular's even faster than ever, and he takes Izuku and he slams him into the ground, just Hulk slamming him side to side. And Izuku wants to teleport, but it's going so fast, it's like a blur, you cannot see it. And he's like, and he keeps getting slammed and slammed, and he starts bleeding everywhere on his arms and everything, and he's like, and he's getting hit, and Muscular hits him now. He's like, oh, you're fragile. He's like, where's that kid? And he sees Kota up there. He's like, oh, come here, kid. And he jumps up and he grabs him. And Kota's trying to fight him off and spraying water in his eyes. And Muscular's like, oh, shut up, kid. And he's about to be, and he was about to freaking punch freaking Kota, but Izuku in his mind is like, no, this can't be my limit. Damn it. All Might was right. I should have just taken one for all. I would have been unstoppable. I didn't think there would be a villain this physically strong. Sensei, I'm sorry, but I don't think it can. And then he hears, Izuku! And he keeps screaming, and Izuku's like, wait, what? And yet again, Izuku gets that shonen empowerment ability, and Izuku's like, no, I can't give up. Remember what Sensei said. And he has another flashback to when Sensei's like, but what if the guy's stronger than me? And he's like, yes, it's inevitable that someone will be stronger than you. But remember that a hero must never give up. And with someone with your talents, I'm sure you'd find something. Just remember, once you're in that position, just breathe, use all your senses, and think, and then go plus ultra. And Izuku kind of laughs. He's like, plus ultra. And Izuku just opens his eyes, and suddenly his eyes are all black, and he has red pupils. I know Mob Psycho fans, you all know what I mean. And Izuku's like, I can see it all. I can see everyone's locations. I can feel it. I know everyone's senses, everything, how they're about them. And he's like, this is what Sensei was talking about. This is my latent ability. And Izuku teleports and he freaking just grabs Kota at faster speeds than before. And freaking Muscular's like, huh? What was that? And he just sees Izuku standing there looking like a badass, just not even facing him, just in a position while holding Kota. And he tells Kota, Koda, wait here. And he looks at Muscular with those eyes, and Muscular's like, ugh, what happened to your eyes, kid? Whatever. I bet that's just fear in your eyes. I don't give a crap about that. Time to die! And he rushes at Izuku, and Izuku just looks at him, goes and just teleports in front of Muscular, grabs his face, and Muscular's like, you think that's gonna bother me? And Izuku's like, no, but I am gonna destroy you. He's like, wait, what? You said more than one mountain, right? And Izuku just teleports to the freaking mountains, and he just throws Muscular there, and he hits him through the mountain, and Muscular's like, his strength has just improved dramatically. What the? And how did we get here? And Izuku teleports him, and he throws him through another mountain, just throwing him mountains. And Izuku's like, a mountain's enough for you. And he just teleports to the freaking ocean. And Izuku slams him into the ground, sending him deep down. And Muscular's like, oh, what are you? He thinks we're in the water? What the? And Izuku just kicks him up, and he grabs him. He's like, what about space? And he throws, no, not in space, just more like the upper tier of the atmosphere. And Muscular's like, I can't breathe. And Izuku's like, what, you can't breathe? And he freaking just and he teleports down and slams him back into a mountain. And he's like, I thought you're stronger than this. And he's just teleporting all over the world, just teleporting him into places, just throwing him into stuff, just drowning him, all that stuff, and dragging him. Just imagine that scene, bro. I wish. Just imagine that. Izuku just grabs Muscular's head again, and he's running along the mountain, just making him endure it, just keep getting hit. And it goes again on the ocean, and he drowns him and picks him up. And then he teleports him back to the mountain, and Kodo's like, wait, what? And Izuku's like, time to end this. And he freaking just demolishing impact. I like that. Demolish your impact. And this time, no, he doesn't say demolish. He's like, United States of Smash! And he slams freaking Muscular into the ground, and Muscular's knocked out. And Koto's like, what? Izuku? And Izuku's just like, screams into the air. Izuku defeated Muscular. Woo! Man's just unlocked the mind's eye. And I gave him a freaking strength boost. Oh! And Izuku goes up to Koda, and Koda's like, what's wrong with your eyes? Izuku's like, don't worry about it. And he teleports to Mr. Aizawa, saying, wait, what the? Izuku? And Izuku's just like, here's the kid. I'm finding Bakugo. They're after him. And he's like, wait, Izuku! And he just teleports, and he finds Bakugo and Todoroki. And he sees them, they're fighting this guy, and they're like, Izuku! And they look at Izuku, and he's something different. They're like, what? And Izuku's like, alright. And he just teleports in front of the guy, and the guy is about to like shoot like whatever that is at him, but Izuku just dodges that and freaking one punches him and knocks him out straight. And you just see Izuku like, Izuku's different. And Izuku can sense Dark Shadow going on a rampage, so then he grabs Todoroki and teleports him, and Todoroki's like, huh? And Izuku's like, use your fire. And he's like, okay. And he uses that, and Dark Shadow gets minimized? Minimized? No, not minimized. Yeah, Dark Shadow gets minimized. I'm not saying that right. Minimized. So anyways, what the? My bad, you guys. I just heard something. It was weird. So yeah, Izuku just gathers them up, and he tells them what's happening, and he says that we need to go quick. We need to go Sue and Mineta. Not Sue and Mineta. Sue and Uraraka. We need to go now. They're like, what? Can't you teleport? He's like, if I do, I'll lose this power, and we really need this now. Come on, let's go. And they're all walking in ish. And then they finally see Uraraka and Sue with freaking Koda. No, not Koda. Freaking Toga, and Toga scatters around, and he tells him what's going on. They're like, wait, Izuku, what's wrong with your eye? And he's like, nothing. It's just it's called mind's eye. No, I don't know. Would he know what that means? I'm just gonna call it mind's eye. He's like, it's called mind's eye, and it's just like, whoa, what the? And he's like, wait, where's Bakugo? And they're like, wait, where is Bakugo? And they look, and Compress is there. It's like, I guess these are. And Zuko doesn't even wait and just freaking punches the guy straight, and Compress is like, oh, it's the freaking teleporting kid. And Zuko grabs the marbles, and he crushes them, and he's like wait, and he realizes that they're not there, and Compress has the trick up his sleeve, and he reveals his tongue. He's like and he quickly closer to knowing that Izuku can teleport, and Izuku's like, no, crap, and he's about to teleport, and he has that anime sound, and Izuku freaking shrieks and praying like, ah! And he just passes out, and he falls to the ground, just, and he hits the ground, and everyone's like, woo, Izuku, and they go to Izuku, and they're like, crap, and they're like, we need to get Bakugo into Wokido, and they come up with the plan like they did in the anime, just minus Izuku, they have Soji doing the thing and all that stuff, and they do that, and they're able to get Tokiyami back, but Bakugo's taken away, and Izuku's passed out from using a foreign thing that he never had before. So yeah, that's really over there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed this, especially adding Mind's Eye. Yeah, I decided to give Izuku Mind's Eye just because, I do want Izuku to become overpowered, so even when Mind's Eye makes him be able to teleport anywhere and also see people's, most Psycho fans all know. If you don't know, too bad. Just search teleporting guy Mob Psycho. You'll see. And just give Izuku that strength boost, because why not? So yeah. So last time we left off with Izuku unlocking his new ability called Mind's Eye, which allows him to be able to teleport anywhere around the world, and gives him an enhanced strength, which is quite a useful part. And as Izuku was unable to save Bakugo from the League of Villains, so that's where I'm gonna start it off. So after the incident, everyone goes to the hospital and everything, and this time Izuku didn't really sustain any damage, but he did fall to the ground due to exhaustion and overuse of his quirk. So Izuku wakes up in the hospital, and everyone's there looking at him, and Izuku's like, wait, what's going on? And they start talking about how they're gonna save Bakugo and all that ish. Damn. And Izuku feels responsible because isn't it the guy that can teleport, teleport faster than the eye can see, and he wasn't able to save his friend? And he feels most affected, even though everyone's like, it's not your fault, man. He still feels like it's his fault. So after everyone goes and everything, they still come up with a plan to rescue Bakugo. So they all meet up, and they all get the disguises, and all that etc. is the same. So they at the hideout, and they look in the warehouse, and they ask Izuku, why should you teleport in there? It's like, are you crazy? No, I don't know what's in there, and if I teleport in, and what if they close the windows? I can't teleport out. Fair enough. So yeah, so they're having that thing until the rescue happens and All Might comes and all that stuff, and yeah. So yeah. When All Might comes and all that stuff and everyone teleports there, Izuku thinks, he's like, okay, so what's the plan, guys? So Izuku, your plan. Yeah, but all right, I got this. They're like, come on, man, you gotta get us out of here. This is actually messed up. Like, yeah, I couldn't notice. Like, Izuku's like, alright, you guys. And he's like, I'm gonna get Bakugo out. But once I teleport you guys to Todoroki, I want you to make a big ice tower so I can know where to teleport. They're like, alright. Do your best, Midoriya. Alright, everyone gather. And they're like, oh. And Izuku teleports there, and Izuku's just freaking out. It's like, it's fine. It's only off one. It's fine. You defeat all the heroes, but you gotta save your friend. And Izuku looks over the fence and he sees Bakugo there. And he teleports to Bakugo, and the villains all look at him. It's like, it's that kid Izuku! Grab him! And Izuku's like, nope. And he's like, and then he sees the ice tower go off, and Izuku's like, well, that's where we leave, Bakugo. Bakugo's like, get off me, Izuku's like, nope. And he teleports, and they're like, damn it! And All For One's like, it's fine. You guys have to leave. And he uses his force quirk on Kirigiri, and they all disappear. And All Might and All For One have their battle as usual, and-ish. So yeah, All Might retires, losing all his fragments of One For All, and he tells Miro good luck in his mind. So all that goes the same, and then the dorm rooms, and all that stays the same. And they develop ultimate moves, and Izuku just comes up, not anything flashy, just more of combos, and tries to do stuff, and more also perfect his teleport back attack, you know. And license provisional exam, the hero license provisional exam. Yeah, I think that sounds better, right? Yeah. So that happens, all that jazz, and I'm just gonna say Izuku does even better because it's just, I guess, a little easier. I don't really like that arc, so it's fine, you know. So yeah, and Bakugo and Todoroki as usual do not pass. So after it, Izuku is chilling every day, excited that he got his hero license, until Bakugo comes. He's like, come with me. And Izuku's like, alright. And he starts walking. Bakugo's like, Bakugo, where are we going? He's like, shut up. And Izuku's like, you know, if you just tell me, I could teleport both there. He's like, shut up. And Izuku's like, alright, let's just go. And he keeps walking until they arrive at ground beta, and Bakugo starts to stretch, and Izuku's like, okay, Bakugo, what's going on? And Bakugo just goes dashing to Midoriya with explosions. And Midoriya just teleports behind him, and Bakugo's like, stop teleporting and fight me like a man. And Izuku's like, no, what's going on? Why are we fighting, Bakugo? And Bakugo just keeps trying to hit Izuku and all that stuff. And he tries to do a big explosion, but Izuku just teleports it somewhere and says, Bakugo! And Bakugo just keeps on doing it. And eventually Bakugo keeps using his quirk, and Izuku's just teleporting, and eventually he gets tired because he's overusing his quirk now. And Izuku's like, stop, Bakugo. And he kind of grabs his hand and is like, stop. And Bakugo's like, it's my fault. I was the reason why All Might lost his power. Damn it! Why I had to be so weak? Damn it! And Izuku was just looking at Bakugo. It's like, if I can't defeat you, when will I ever get to all my strength? When can I ever save people? And Izuku's just standing there, and he hears what Bakugo is saying, and he says, Bakugo, I understand how you feel, but I know All Might himself. He knows. I know him. He wouldn't say that you're the cause of him losing his power. It's like, of course I am. I'm the one that's gotten kidnapped. And Zuko's like, it's true. But All Might would have risked his life regardless. All Might would have lost his power for anyone else. That's who he is. He's a hero. So stop blaming yourself. He would have done that regardless. Alright? And this for me. If you want to get stronger than me, train. And Bakugo's like, huh? And Izuku's like, you don't understand what I've gone through, Bakugo. I have had to train for almost 10 years by my master. He's the one that taught me all of this. He's the one that helped me master my quirk. I put in the work, Bakugo, and that's what you gotta do. You know, you may be the best, but doesn't mean you cannot strive for even higher. That's what my master taught me. And Bakugo looks at him and All Might's like, Izuku's right. And they're like, what? Wait, All Might? It's like, you're not the reason why I lost my quirk. I don't blame you for that at all. And you shouldn't blame yourself either. Like Izuku said, I would have done it regardless for anyone. It's just, that's how it is. That's the job of being a hero. And you gotta accept that, Bakugo. And all right now we can do is just get stronger. The next generation gets stronger, so then they can be the best heroes. Like, don't you want to be number one? That's what you said, right? And oh my gosh, I said that too. And Bakugo wipes away his tears and he stands up and he's like, alright then, All Might. And All Might just grabs them both, you guys. And now Izuku and Bakugo are now more or less of frenemies. Well, not frenemies. They no more. They don't. Bakugo can stand Izuku. They have a proper rivalry now, and Izuku feels accomplished, and he's like, Master, I finally done it. I finally got my friend back. Yeah. So they come back, and Aizawa solds them as usual and gives them detention and ish, and all that stuff. And while Izuku's taking out the trash one day, he just sees a face pop up and it's Miro talking about him and all that stuff. So yeah, all that stuff with Miro happens, and I'm gonna say, since Miro has one for all, he's able to defeat Izuku and take him down. And everyone's surprised because Izuku can teleport. How did he get caught by Miro? And Izuku's like, I don't know either. He's like, no. Midoriya's like, well, he did blind me, so I couldn't teleport if I'm blinded. Like, yeah, but what about that weird thing you're doing at the summer camp? You're just teleporting all over the place, and you're teleporting over the place. And it looks like, I don't know either. I just felt hopeless, and I needed to save Koda, and I needed every strength. So I took in the words my master told me all long ago, and it helped me empower myself. But I don't know if I can ever reach that thing again. Like, you better. If you do, you're gonna become a real strong hero. Well, right now you really are. And it's like, yeah, thanks. So anyways, Izuku, they all get told about this work study, and Izuku asks Miro if he could go with Sir Night-Eye, and Miro's more than okay to do that. So they go there, and this time he doesn't really have a test because Miro has one for all, and he sees that Izuku has a great quirk and he has potential. So he takes him in. So then they go on the walk as usual, and they see Eri, and they see that it's Overhaul with there and everything. So Mirio told Izuku to let her go, man. And Izuku was about to, but he's like, no, I can't, Mirio. And Mirio's like, what are you doing? And Izuku's like, don't you see? This little girl is terrified, and we know that's the target. So why wait now? Why wait later? And like, Mirio's like, Sir's not gonna be happy, but I understand. And he looks at Eri with a smile on his face. Is like, don't worry, everything's fine now. And he teleports her to Sir Night-Eye's agency, and Overall's like, no, where did you teleport her? Where is she? And he starts getting triggered, and Izuku's like, she's safe now. you're Overhaul. I don't know his real name, but he would say that. Then he said, "AK Overhaul," and Overhaul's like, "No, she was gonna change everything. Give her back!" And he taps the floor from spikes. And Miro, of course, permeates, and Izuku just teleports away, and he teleports back. And he looks at Miro, and Miro's like, "We gotta take him down." And Izuku's like, "Right." And Izuku's like, and Miro's like, "Well, sir would hate this, but like you said, we heroes. Might as well get it done now." And they go into a fight, and this fight is probably, it's one of the intense fights Izuku has had. Overhaul gets pissed off. He's like, "Fine," and he breaks away the buildings they were to make more space so he can make stuff. And Izuku's like, "Crap, the people!" And Izuku's like, "Miro, save the people first." They're like, "Right." And Izuku's teleporting while Miro's permeating through walls to grab some people, using One for All to boost his speed and everything. And they're successfully able to save everyone in the crumbling buildings. And Izuku was able to teleport them into a safe place. And he tells everyone back! And Overhaul's like, "Give her back," and he uses more spikes and trying to kill them. Kill Mirio and then interrogate Izuku, because he was the one that can teleport. So yeah, he's trying his absolute best trying to get her back, but Mirio and Izuku together, it's a lethal combo, and they're able to overwhelm Overhaul, because already in the anime, Miro was able to do that by himself. Now with Izuku, with a teleporting quirk, with martial arts experience, it's over, bro. It's over. So Izuku and Miro get Overhaul to his limits, and Izuku's like, "It's over. Now, what was your plans with her?" Then Overhaul suddenly he just starts spilling everything. He's like, "She was gonna change the world. She was making quirk bullets and all that stuff," and Izuku and Miro's face just were full with shock and relief that Izuku made the move to get Eri safe right now. Because if they didn't, like, that girl was suffering, and Izuku is like, "Thank goodness I made the right decision." And Miro's like, "Wow, you made a good decision, Izuku." "No, you made a good decision, Deku. Good job." And he's like, "Thanks, Lillian. Let's take him in." And all that stuff. So they handcuff him and they call the police and all that stuff. Because Izuku just doesn't want to teleport him there, because maybe they're not prepared and all that stuff. So, and since he's a dangerous villain, he doesn't want to take that chance. So he calls the authorities to properly restrain them and get prepared for it. So, finally, all the pro heroes come, and Sir Nadai comes, and he comes straight away to Miro's like, "I told you not to engage if you saw him." And he's like, "Sir, you have to understand that the girl that Izuku teleported to you, she was being experimented and used as a weapon by Overhaul. We had to save her. We had to get her out of that situation now. And I'm sorry, sir, but what is the problem? We were able to take him down and no casualties was made. I feel that this is success." And Nadai's like, "What do you have to say for yourself, Izuku?" Izuku's like, "Sir, I felt that Eri, she was terrified, petrified. She didn't want to leave my side, and I couldn't let someone go like that. What if, in my mind, I was thinking, what if she was getting abused? What if something happened and she's just terrified of this man? I couldn't get those thoughts out of my mind. I had to act. I'm sorry, sir. I understand if you want to drop me from your work study." And he's like, "It's fine. Even though in normal circumstances you wouldn't have done that, and you would have followed my orders and not engage. But I do see your point. And you were able to take him down. And with no casualties. A win for a hero is that everyone comes out safe and there are no casualties. And the civilians are not hurt, and that's happened today. So I guess consider this a win. But I won't let you off easy. Don't get it twisted. And it looks like, thank you, sir, and all that stuff. And Izuku's feeling proud of himself because his first day. His first day on his work study, he already took out a major crime boss, Overhaul, that was making quirk erasing bullets that would have affected the future of freaking heroes. And it looks like, wow, this is work studies for you. And yeah, the rest of the work studies basically go the same in Nomu. So yeah, I kind of like this, you know. So yeah, that's when we were off today. I hope you guys enjoyed the finale. And yeah, I really enjoyed it because I was able to keep Sir Night-Eye alive. And honestly, I think Izuku would have engaged by then because like he could get her safe and all that stuff. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and it's been your boy King Donald signing out. Peace. Expect bangers in the future. Road to 4K. No, road to 10K. See ya.